ojúmọ́, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Welcome to another episode of Asefortoday. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ àlàáfíà ni o. Keep tapping on your screen. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Thank you very much. For those of you on YouTube, ojúmọ́ ire ni o, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀ ni o, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú ni o. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ o. Ọ̀ṣúndára, ẹ káàárọ̀, ojúmọ́ ire o, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ọlá, ojúmọ́ ìṣẹ́gun ni o. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ Ṣàngó, èyí lọ̀sẹ̀ Ṣàngó, ọ̀sẹ̀ Jàkúta, ọ̀sẹ̀ Yemọja, ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọya, ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọba. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ o, àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà o. For those of you that are joining us from the diaspora, ẹ káàárọ̀, I know it's early in the morning there. Ẹ káàárọ̀, Emerald Ọ̀ṣun, ojúmọ́ ire fún yín o, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀. Please like, tap, comment, share. Do everything you have to do to make sure that this live streaming goes viral. Today is Ọ̀sẹ̀ Ṣàngó, ọ̀sẹ̀ Yemọja, ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọba, ọ̀sẹ̀ Jàkúta. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà á. The orishas that we are giving ọ̀sẹ̀ to today, that we are giving our effort to today, may they accept it. Ojúmọ́ ire o from Canada, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ o. Ṣé òtútù ò tí máa pọ̀ jù báyìí? Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú iṣẹ́, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ àná, àjíire. Keep tapping on your screen, keep liking. Welcome to Ifá College. This is the YouTube channel, the TikTok channel of Ifá College, and the YouTube channel of Iyanifa Ewa TV. It's another episode of Asefortoday, and we are here bright and early to delve into another Ifá. Yesterday, our Odù Ifá was Odù Ifá Ọ̀wọ́nìméjì, and we delved into different parts of it. I'm going to share something very important with us today, so please make sure that you stay till the end of today's live streaming. The code is building up. Àtúwà lára láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Òtútù yẹn kò ní gbòdì lára yín o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. If you want to have any check-in, Abraham said check for me. The WhatsApp number will be posted on your screen now. Please post the WhatsApp number so that Mr. Abraham can send the message via the WhatsApp number. Today is Ọ̀sẹ̀ Ṣàngó, so as usual, we will give Ìbà to all the orishas. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lẹ́ni la máa ṣèbà fún. Keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing. Those of you on the Ifá Global Community, the channel of the Ifá Global Community, what is Odù Ifá for today? Abraham, the number has been posted and you have been tagged in it. It has also been pinned on the screen for anyone that wants to copy it. What is our Odù Ifá for today? Those of you on the Global Ifá Community, if you are not on the Global Ifá Community, this is a reminder that you should send a message via WhatsApp to join that community, the Global Ifá Community. What's the real ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ àlàáfíà? The Odù Ifá for today is Ogbe. The Odù Ifá for today is Ogbe Iwori. Ogbe Iwori. Ogbe Iwori. Odù Ifá tí àwọn babaláwo tún máa ń pè ní Ogbe Ìwẹ̀yìn. Thank you so much for that gift. Odù Ifá Ogbe Iwori is the Odù Ifá for today. So I was saying that based on the teaching we had yesterday's Odù Ifá was talking about business. It mentioned a lot about business, about finances. I got a lot of questions after the live streaming. People said, oh, I like the things you are saying about business. I learned a lot and I would like to learn. So I have an announcement before the end of this live streaming. Just stay to the end. But let's get into the business of today. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Those of you on YouTube too, like, share, comment, engage, so that the algorithm will know that we are doing something that other people need to see. The Heart Me emoji fan club. Those of you on TikTok, please use it. TikTok is giving us a target for our fan base. The more they are going to show it to other people. How can you be added to the global Ifa community? Just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is now pinned on your screen. Akodaye Asheba. Let's dive into our Iba so that we will not take time. Akodaye Asheba. Asheba Sheda. Asheba tiwaye ọjọ́, Asheba tiwọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé Asheba. Adékíbà wa ṣe o. Adániwáyé Asheba. Òrànmọ níṣẹ́ fàyàtì. Ọba tó lọ kọrin kése. Jàgùnmàlè ojú olúwo òde ọ̀run Asheba. Olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin Asheba. Ọba tó lọ lánàá, ọba lẹ́yìn, ọba títí ayérayé Asheba. Kábíyèsí ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé. Ọba tí ń fọba jẹ. Òrànmọ níṣẹ́ fàyàtì Asheba. Adékíbà wa ṣe o. Kábíyèsí ọba tó dáyé aṣẹ̀dá amẹ̀dá awẹ̀dá lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ibi tẹ́ ẹ jókòó sí tẹ́ ẹ fi gbogbo àgbáláyé yìí tẹ́ ẹ fi ṣe àpótí ìtìsẹ̀ yín Àṣèbà Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Ṣàngó ọba àkóso Àṣèbà Àṣèbáyé mọ́já olúodò ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi Àṣèbà Ọya Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń gbọ́sẹ̀ fún lẹ́yìn Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Kábíyèsí Ṣàngó Arábàmbí ọkọ Ọya lógun lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ orò lábísòkú Àṣèbà òrìṣà tí ń yọná nímú tí ń yọná lẹ́nu tí ń yọná létí Àṣèbà 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 ẹ̀rù jẹjẹjẹjẹjẹjẹjẹ alágbádá iná aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn Ṣàngó là ń ké sí yẹn Àṣèbà Àṣèbà wọ́n níná ń bẹ lọ́run èéfín là ń gbá láyé iná ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi lọ́run Kábíyèsí Ṣàngó ọba kòso Àṣèbà Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Yemọja iye gbogbo ọmọ ẹja olúodò ẹbọra tí ń gbé nínú omi Àṣèbà ẹ̀wùjí ìyá mi tó ń gbàdọ̀bálẹ̀ ọkùnrin afínjú obìnrin tí ń gbàdọ̀bálẹ̀ ọkùnrin Àṣèbà Àṣèbà Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tó solẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire ró tó sílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ ìní Àṣèbà fún yín o. Aníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà gbogbo ibi tó ti ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ lẹ́yìn wọn ò ní ìdásí wa lára láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́ ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣèré wọn nígbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ògbẹ́kùn ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òró ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà Àṣèbà Àṣèbà Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Àṣèbà orí Àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá Àṣèbà ìyá àti bàbá wa tó ṣọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa àtàwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre Àṣèbà Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Àṣèbà gbogbo agbára tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ ìní gbogbo babaláwo gbogbo Iyanifa bàbá lóríṣà ìyá lóríṣà l'Àṣèbà fún lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ibi tẹ́ ti ń jókòó tẹ́ ẹ ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrúnmọlẹ̀ Àṣèbà gbogbo ẹ̀yin àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí gbogbo àwọn eléré ọmọ gbogbo àwọn ìyá àbíyè Àṣèbà. Ajíbọ́lá mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ra mo ṣèbà onílé mo ṣèbà Ajíbọ́lá ẹ̀dán Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Gbogbo olúwo ẹ̀yin olúwo kábíyèsí àsápè ọlà mo ṣèbà yín Aníkíbà wa ṣe o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá àbíyè lékelèké gbàràdà mọ́dà àbíyè mo ṣèbà yín o Aníkíbà ṣe. A tún ti fẹ́ bọ́ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ ifá mi lẹ́yìn a ṣe èèpà ifá o ifá orí mi rèé a ṣe èèpà òrìṣà ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run Àṣèbà a ṣe wúsòwúsò ẹgbẹ́ a ṣe àkíyíká ẹgbẹ́ àníkẹ́gbẹ́ dúró tì wá a ní kífá fi mọ̀ ọgbọ́n àti òye kó fi mọ̀ wá lẹ́yìn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ká má kọ lásán kífá kóre wá fún wa kífá bá wa tún orí wa ṣe níbi tí ò ti sùn ifá olókun ifá asọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀ kífá wá sọ̀rọ̀ èmi àti ní dayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àṣẹ. We are going into another Odù Ifá for today, and our flash goal on TikTok is the finger heart. The finger heart. The number of people for this flash goal is 23 finger hearts. So one by one, as you're on the live streaming, as you're joining, just send in your finger heart to help us meet our live goal. Once we meet this live goal, TikTok is going to show this content to more and more people to learn. Oshundara Eshegoniu, Oshantuboma Darasiniu. Jane, thank you so much. Eshepupo Adupe. Oya, more and more people. 23 different people. We've had 2 people already. 21. If you are on YouTube and you want to help us meet our flash goal, it is Ifá TikTok channel. Ifá TikTok channel. Eshegoniu. Ibi tẹ́tí mú jáde kò ní tán níbẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àbùdí ló máa jẹ́ Eshegoniu. So we are delving into another Odù Ifá for today. We are delving into another Odù Ifá for today. And the Odù Ifá for today is Ogbe Iwori. Odù Ifá Ogbe Iwori. Ogbe Iwori. Ojú Odù Ogbe pẹ̀lú ọmọ Iwori. Òun ni Odù Ifá tèmi. As usual, we are going to read out of the manuscript of the Sacred Ifá text from Ifá College. The Sacred Ifá text is a compilation of the 256 Odù Ifás as put together in ancient Yoruba rendering, the ancient Yoruba text of it, translated into modern day English that every other person who doesn't speak Yoruba can understand. They said TikTok coverage is not clear. What's happening? What's happening on TikTok? Put it on YouTube. If YouTube is better now, please let me know. Those of you on YouTube, if it is clearer now, let me know, please. Let me know if it's clearer. Let me know if it's clearer. Dr. Yomi, you said, are we through with the major odus? No, we are not going step by step or one by one. Amanda Ifá ni o, Ifá tá bá dá láàárọ̀, Odù Ifá tó bá jáde yẹn òun la máa yọ síta o, kò ń ṣe pé àmúlẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ifá tá bá dá láàárọ̀ fọ́jọ́ ẹ̀ní, òun ni Odù Ifá tá máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Thank you very much. Is it clear on YouTube now? Okay, thank you, Jane. Thank you. So Odù Ifá tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lẹ́ni ni Odù Ifá Ogbe Iwori. For those of you on TikTok, the finger heart is the flash goal. We have just 10 minutes for that flash goal. Help us to meet our flash goal and make this content go as viral as it can. Odù Ifá Ogbe Iwori. We are going to read this from the Sacred Ifá text from Ifá College. Like I was saying, it contains the ancient Yoruba rendering of it, and then the English translation, and the blessings and the lessons in that Odù, followed by how to apply it to our everyday life, to our modern day everyday life. Because the whole essence of joining Ifá, of coming to Ifá, of learning, is so that our regular everyday life can be improved. So we need to learn how to apply it and then round it off with the Iwori and the prayers, both in Yoruba and in English. Thank you so much for that gift. The gift goal is the finger heart, that finger that has a heart emoji on it. Odù Ifá Ogbe Iwori. Ifá ní Ogbe wẹ̀yìn, bájà rẹ̀ ò bá kú. Ogbe wẹ̀yìn wò, bájà rẹ̀ ò bá pé hóró. Kí là ń wẹ̀yìn wò bí kò ṣọmọ? Adífá fún àgbá. Àgbá ń ṣáwó lọ sóde ìgbẹ̀yìn. Ẹbọ láwo ní kó mú ṣe. Àgbá ń dún mojóyin mojóyin. Bá a bá kú tán, tówó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dún ni. Bá a bá kú tán, tọ́mọ bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dún ni. Àgbá ń dún mojóyin mojóyin. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. That's the Yoruba text. I will read it again and listen well this time before we translate it into English. Ogbe wẹ̀yìn, bájà rẹ̀ ò bá pakú. Ogbe wẹ̀yìn, bájà rẹ̀ ò bá pé hóró. Kí là ń wò lẹ́yìn bí kò ṣọmọ? Adífá fún àgbá. Àgbá ń ṣáwó lọ sóde ìgbẹ̀yìn. Ẹbọ láwo ní kó mú ṣe. Àgbá ń dún mojóyin mojóyin. Bá a bá kú tán, tówó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dún ni. Àgbá ń dún mojóyin mojóyin. Bá a bá kú tán, tọ́mọ bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dún ni. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Let's read it in the Yoruba text. Ogbo atọ́ yín o, àsúre ìwòrìwò fún. Àgbá looks back. If your dog has killed death. Àgbá looks back. If your dog has defeated the rabbit. What is the purpose of looking back if there is no child? What is the purpose of this life if you have not survived by a child and legacy? Ifá was cast for Àgbá, the sacred drum, who was going to establish Ifá and Awo at the final sacred groove. The sacrifice that Awo told him to perform. Àgbá performed this sacrifice and it was accepted. Àgbá beat the drum with a rhythm, mojoyin, mojoyin, Mojoyin is I have eaten honey. I have eaten honey, which means that you have taken sweetness. Okay? He says here, Agba beats the rhythm, mojoyin. When one passes and leaves behind a lot of wealth, nobody is sad. Agba beats the drum again with the rhythm, mojoyin. When one passes and leaves behind a child or children, we are happy. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Odù Ifá tá a dá lénìí, wọ́n dá Ifá yẹn fún Àgbá. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Àgbá. Àgbá is a drum. Òun làwọn èèyàn fi máa ń sọ pé àgbá òfìfo ló máa ń dún yùmùyùmù. Àgbá òfìfo, the barrel. Àgbá is called barrel. So when we say the empty barrel makes the most sound, àgbá òfìfo ni Yorùbá máa ń pè. So Ifá tá a dá yìí, Àgbá lórúkọ ẹni tá a dá fá yìí fún. Wọ́n lọ dá fá yìí fún Àgbá ńgbà tó ń ṣáwó lọ sóde ìgbẹ̀yìn. Àgbá was going to a community or a city or a country that we can call in today's word the sacred last grove. He was going there to establish Ifá. He was going there to establish Àwò. He was going there to continue the Ìṣẹ̀ṣe of his own ancestors. Now, if you listen to the different Odù Ifás that we have been making, the Odù Ifás that we have been reading, that we have been going through, a lot of them were asking for a divination when they were going to another community to go and establish Ifá and Àwò. Púpọ̀ nínú àwọn tá a dá Ifá fún nínú àwọn Odù Ifá tá a ti ń wò, tá a ti ń gbé yẹ̀wò, tí Ifá ti ń tọ́ka wá sí, púpọ̀ nínú wọn ni wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣàwó nílùú ibi tí wọ́n ń lọ. Now, what does that tell us? As you embark on any journey in life, anywhere you are going, whether to the next state, to the next community, to the next city, to the next country, as an Ifá devotee, as a person that takes their roots and their lineage in Yoruba culture, that has decided to identify with Ifá and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, one of your primary responsibilities where you are going to or where you are right now ni pé kó o ṣàwó níbẹ̀, kó o fìdí Ifá lélẹ̀, kó o fìdí Àwò lélẹ̀. One of your major responsibilities where you are is to establish Ifá where you are. Now, why is that? There are a lot of people around you in your community who are seeking connection back to their roots. They feel lost in Abrahamic religion and in whatever space they are. There is a longing in their spirit to connect with their own identity. They are trying to find their way back home. And you that you have found that way, the least you can do for your brother, remember that Ifá is very heavy on community. Ifá is very heavy on building community, building family, bringing people together. That is who we are. That is what we represent as people of color, particularly Africans. So your one responsibility where you are ni pé kó o fìdí Àwò sílẹ̀, kó o fìdí iṣẹ́, kó o fìdí Ifá sílẹ̀ in your own little way. It's not everybody that is going to become a Babalawo and Iyanifa. Nobody is asking everybody to. But in your own little way, as you see content that promotes Ifá, promotes Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, share it with friends and family around you. You don't know who the next person is that needs to see it, that needs to hear it. You don't know who they are. Our life goal is finger heart. We have 4 people. We need 19 more people. And there are like 60 people on this live streaming. Ejo, finger hearts. Bye. Thank you so much, Oshundara. It is 23 different people. So if you have participated before, we need more people to participate. We have how many minutes more? 4 minutes more. Oluwole Eshegoni. Now, this is another way for you to also láti fi ṣe Àwò, láti fi ṣe Ifá. Some people have been called by Ifá to be at the forefront, to give out this knowledge, to share this knowledge like I do, like every other person does. Thank you so much from Barbados. Omoba our goal target is the finger heart, please, the finger heart, and they're just 3 minutes more. Now, as you come into a live streaming like this, when you like, when you share, when you comment, when you engage, you are telling the platform that push this to more and more people. That is your own way of owa shiawo, ounshawo, ounshefa. A lot of you are here on this platform. You've received instruction, direction, and so many other things because somebody shared it with you, because the algorithm recommended it for you. Now you have come to the place of your source. All the questions you had, Ifa has been able to direct you. Life has changed a lot for you just by connecting to the source of the information. So please, the little that you can do to make sure that everywhere you go to, ẹ ṣe awo níbẹ̀, ẹ ṣe fá níbẹ̀, Ifá gbè wá o, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá. Now, the other part of this that we will notice again is every time they were going to a new place, Anike, thank you for that gift. Every time they were going to a new place, they would always ask from Ifa. Wọ́n ṣàwo lọ sóde ìgbẹ̀yìn. The person was going to another place called the Sacred Grove. And they had to inquire from Ifa, this place I'm going to, what is it going to look like? How is it going to look like? What am I going to achieve in that place? And then Ifa will guide them and direct them. What does that tell us in modern day life? As we make decisions that involves a certain change, find out from Ifa, is that change good for you? How are you going to handle everything that is happening in that place you are going to? You don't know what the place is, you don't know what is expected of you there. You go ahead and make inquiries before you make that decision. Whether it's for you, whether it's for your partner, whether it's for your children, for anybody whose decision will affect your own life, make sure that their steps are guided by the knowledge of Ifa. Ifa is the voice of Olódùmarè, the words of Olódùmarè, the divine, the supreme being, and the source, the one that created everything and everywhere. You want to inquire from them, this direction I'm going, is it going to work for me? This direction my children are going, is it going to work for them? That is the first thing we need to pick in this, and it has been recurrent with a lot of our Odù Ifás. Those that are helping us with our life goal, Adupe, the finger heart, we still need more people, and I think we have about 1 minute to go. We have 70-something people, and you are enjoying this live streaming. That's why you are here. Support the life goal, finger heart. Support the life goal, finger heart. Eshegoni, Oluremi, Adupe, Mrs. O Forever, thank you for that gift. Ibite Eti Mojade, Ajiabudi Fonyin o, Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Oluremi, Eshe Pupo, thank you so much. So this Odù Ifá was made for Agba. Agba is the sacred drum. Now, what were they telling Agba here? Monica Agba when you Agba look back. Eshe Gonio, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The finger heart, we have less than 1 minute to go. They said Agba should look back and see if the dog he left behind has been able to conquer Iku. You know what Iku is? That is the term to be unalive. He said, look back and see if the dog that you are keeping, the investment you are making, our dogs are like our pets. They are pets, we invest in them, they are becoming part of our family. He says, Agba should look back and see if his dog has been able to conquer Iku. He says, Agba should look back if his dog has been able to conquer the rabbits. Look back and see. Now, what does that tell us? You see, this life we are living, one day is going to become history and story. In fact, every day, the day before is becoming history and story. Our life goal is still the finger heart. It is still it's going to become story and history. What you are doing today, what you did 5 years ago, it's going to become, it is history and story today. Now, if you look back, the things you created in the past, the things you invested in, have they been able to fulfill the purpose? Have they been able to succeed something? Have they been able to make an impact? Agba was asked to look back. Yes, you are here right now. You are the sacred drum. You are doing well right now. But look back and see the things that you invested your time and your resources in how many years ago. Look back and see what impact are they making? What effect is it making? Wọ́n ní kí àgbà wẹ̀yìn wò pé ṣájà ẹ̀ ti pa ikú. Ajá tó ń náwó lé lórí kí ló ṣe gangan? Wọ́n ní kàgbà wẹ̀yìn wò kó wò pé ṣé ajá òun ti pa ehoro. Ajá tó ń náwó lé lórí tó ń fún lóúnjẹ lójoojúmọ́ kí ni kókó ẹ̀ gangan? They asked àgbà to look back, the sacred drum to look back. The dog you are investing on. And you know that the S2EP12 are symbolic. Now, in the case of Agba, his dog was the pet that he was investing on. In your own case, what is that thing that you had invested your time, your energy, your resources on in the past? Look back, was it really worth it? Yorùbá máa sọ pé tí ọmọdé bá ṣubú á wo wájú, tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú ó ń wẹ̀yìn ni. That is why this Odù Ifá is also called Ogbe ìwẹ̀yìn. Àwọn babaláwo máa ń pè ní Ogbe ìwẹ̀yìn. This is the Odù Ifá that admonishes us to look back and see. Look at the things you have been investing your time, your life, your energy on. Look at it today. Is it really worth it? Yoruba will say if a child falls down, they look forward to see what's happening. If an adult, a grown human being falls down, they look back to see what happened. This is a point where you have to take a statistics and a rain check of your life. Look back and see the things that you invested your time on. Let's start with spirituality. A lot of us, when we look back and imagine that we invested our time and resources on Abrahamic religion, and we look at ourselves today, in fact, if we could turn back the hands of time, we would not have stepped into it 1 minute, because what is it doing for us? Nothing. Let's go to your finances. Look back into the things that you invested your money on, your time on, your affection. Look back at it and see, was it really worth it? What is the result it has to show? Now, we cannot go into the past to fix what a lot of things have gone. There's nothing we can do about it. But that is a pointer for the things you are deciding on today. If you look back and the things that you invested your time and your energy and your resources on is nothing to write home about, there is no result is bringing you today. Ifá is admonishing you, but the next decision you are making today, think about it and make sure that it's the one that you will be able to look back at tomorrow and you will know that is worth it. Ogbe ìwẹ̀yìn wò là ń pè. Wọ́n ní àgbà wẹ̀yìn kó o wò bóyá ajá rẹ̀ ti pa ikú. Àgbà wẹ̀yìn kó o wò bóyá ajá rẹ̀ ti pa ehoro. Ajá tó ń fún lóúnjẹ lójoojúmọ́, tó ń ṣiṣẹ́, tó ń bọ́. Ṣó tiẹ̀ ti pa kú? Ṣó tiẹ̀ ti pa ehoro? Àwọn ajá mi ò tí ì ṣe nǹkan kan. They have done nothing and you have invested so much time and resources in it. What does that tell us? Like I said, every decision of life, see, those of you that are here, especially coming from Abrahamic religion, from the church and the mosque and wherever, they've told you that everything about your life, God is responsible for it. The things, it is God, or God favored this person more than this person. Let me upset your stereotype. That's not true. To a large extent, that is not true. And I mean a very large extent. Whatever your life experiences are now, whatever my life experiences are now, there is summation of decisions that some people made in the past. Is a sum of decisions that people made. The major part of your life, where you were born, was decided by the people that gave birth to you. The type of education you had until you became an adult, even when you became a grown-ass person, a lot of the things you are still experiencing is a decision that have been put together by different people that affected your life directly or indirectly. You are the product of some people's past. Some people are looking back right now and what they created and invested in is you. The same way your future is going to be the past that you and some other people created. Ifa teaches us that a lot of these things are our own responsibility. So in another 5 years, what do you want to be looking back at? In another 5 years, if Odù Ifá Ogbe comes up and says, when you will look back, what will you be looking back at? Is the decisions you are making right now. And if those decisions are not guided by the instructions of Ifa, you will probably be in the same situation you are right now, looking back and nothing to show for everything you have invested your time and resources in. At the time of recording this live streaming, it's October 2025, the 10th month of this calendar year. Look back in the last 10 months. What exactly have you done? Look at the things that you have channeled your time, your money, and every other resources. Look at it. What is it? Look at it. What can you say about it? Somebody is asking a question. Do you believe in Àyànmọ́ and Kádàrá? It is not do I believe in. There's nothing. You don't need to know what I believe in. You need to know what Ifa says about it. Because what I believe in is my personal opinion that is not meant to guide the decisions of your own life. Does Ifa, your question is supposed to be, like I tell you, let's normalize asking questions about what Ifa says about certain things. It's not so much about somebody's decision or somebody's choice or somebody's feeling or opinion. Look at how much of our life we have based on the opinions of other people, the feelings of other people, the guidance of other people. And we grew up in life to find out that those other people have not even figured out their own lives. They are just guessing. Trial and error. So your question was supposed to read, what does Ifa say about Àyànmọ́ and Kádàrá? Àyànmọ́ means something that was destined with you, a plan, a purpose for you. That is the center of Ifa. Gbogbo wa la yan ìpín ká tó wá sílé ayé, òun ló ṣe ń pe Ifá ní ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín. Ìpín yẹn Àyànmọ́ ni is another name for it. We picked a path. Wọ́n yàn mọ́ wa, it was picked for us. Before we came into this earth, before we became conscious of what choosing and picking is, a destiny has already been picked and chosen. Now, as against what Abrahamic religion tells you about destiny and Àyànmọ́, because I want to believe largely that is where this question is coming from. There is a certain sect of the Abrahamic religion that also talks about destiny, but it talks about destiny in such a way that it cannot be changed. Something has been destined for you. Kádàrá, there's nothing you can do about it. No, Ifa does not tell you that because you have picked something, there's nothing you can do about it. Let's spare 2 minutes to explain that so that we all know where we are coming from. Wọ́n nígbà tá à ń tìkọ̀lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá síta ayé, ayálé àjàlá, ìyẹn àjàlá mọ́rímọ́rí, ibi tá a ti yan ìpín, ibi tá a ti yan ìṣẹ̀dá. Now, let me explain to you who that àjàlá is. According to the book of Professor Wande Abimbola, Ojú Odù mẹ́rìndínlógún, if you read that book, he accounted it there, described who àjàlá is. In that book, wọ́n ní ọ̀mùtí àtonígbèsè làjàlá. That àjàlá, that person, ọ̀mùtí means a drunkard, onígbèsè means a debtor. Nítorí pé àjàlá jẹ́ ọ̀mùtí, ó jẹ́ onígbèsè, ibi tó ti ń lé káàkiri lọ sí bíbá tó ń lé lọ tó ti mutí yó, tó ti ṣubú sílẹ̀ ńlẹ̀. Wọ́n ló mọ àwọn orí kan, ó mọ wọ́n dáadáa. Ó mọ àwọn orí kan tí ò dáa. Ó gbé àwọn orí kan, àwọn yẹn ò sún, wọn ò jí. You know how effing pots are made? Do I have one here? Effing containers like this. Do you know how they are made? The clay is molded together, then it is put into a fire furnace to dry. Òun ló ń pè ní tó bá sun orí, tó bá sun nǹkan ní Yorùbá. Now, because of the nature of the person who àjàlá is, he will make some ori, it was good. He made some destiny, it was not good. I need you to understand, because Some people will wonder, why would Olódùmarè give the responsibility of molding people's destiny to somebody that is a drunkard and that is a debtor and that might do it in a certain way and not do it in a certain way? That tells you the sincerity and the reality of Ifá. Ifá will never present anything or anybody as perfect, because that word only exists with Olódùmarè. The word perfect in everything exists only with the divine and supreme being. It is not an experience of any other form of spirit. You need to understand that, which is one of the first ways and steps that Abrahamic religion faltered, especially Christianity. Selling the idea that people should aspire and work towards perfection and holiness. It doesn't exist. Look around you. How is that going? You will hear that one Daddy Gio has done something. Everybody will say, a whole Daddy Gio. Why are you saying that? Because at the back of your mind, you are expecting perfection from that person. They sold the idea of perfection to you. So the moment they fall from that pinnacle of perfection you have put them, your expectation, you now start to wonder, but at the end of the day, they are human beings like you and I. They are subject to the same things you and I are subject to. Yes, there is a larger sense of responsibility you expect from them, but you still have to match that responsibility with imperfection, because that is the state of every human, and that was the state of Ajala. So a lot of people will pick orí tí ò sunwọ̀n. Àwọn orí mi kan tó bí wọ́n empty. The destiny and the ori that Ajala created, some were good, some were not so good, some 70%, some 90%, some 2%, some 1%. Now, the other side of Abrahamic religion that believes in Kadara and in destiny, they believe in it that it cannot be changed. In Ifá, that is not what it is. Ifá says that after you have picked the ori and you have come into this earth, and Ifá has revealed that Ipin that you picked, the destiny that you picked, Ifá has revealed it to you, you have known it, and you look at it and it's not looking good. The Kadara when you are looking at it is not looking good. Ifá says, don't worry, I revealed this destiny to you, but I am also Atúnori ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe, the repairer of the ori that is not good. Ibi tí ò ti sunwọ̀n, Ifá náà ló máa tún ṣe. So that means that even if you pick a certain type of ori and you feel this part of it, or maybe in the ori that you picked, after you've done your Àkọsẹ̀jayé for that child or your Itefa, and it has revealed the destiny that you have picked, your path in life, it says that this person will have struggle with childbirth. Ifá will continue to say, ẹ lọ bá bọ Ọ̀ṣun, kán bọ Ọ̀ṣun fún dáadáa, kí Ọ̀ṣun lè fi ọmọ bíbí ràn lọ́rùn, torí nínú ìṣẹ̀dá ẹ̀ kò yàn. Which means that this person is going to struggle with childbirth. Ifá will go further to say, let them begin to appease Ọ̀ṣun for this person regularly, so that Ọ̀ṣun can make pregnancy, conception, childbirth, child raising easy for this person, because naturally it was not included in their ori. That is the belief of Ifá. That is what Ifá is centered on. So when you talk about Kadara and Yomo, you need to explain it in details to be able to differentiate between what Abrahamic religion says of it and what Ifá says of it. I hope I've answered the question of that person. Àbọrú Àbọyè. Let's go back to Ogbe Iwori. As you are joining, please tap on your screen. Almost 100 people, and our likes is like 20K. Please keep tapping on your screen. Keep tapping on your screen. So I was talking here about looking back and the decisions that you have made. And we have established that your life at this moment is a product of decisions that other people made, and this has become their past. Keep tapping on your screen, Ejo. Those of you on TikTok, I'm looking at you like this. Yeah, tap on your screen if you want us to continue. If you want us to continue, tap on your screen. Yesterday we had about 200 people consistently on the live streaming, because other people got the live recommendation, because the people here yesterday was liking. So keep tapping on your screen. So the decisions we make that other people made, we are the product of it. Now, We are looking back at our yesterday. We are looking back at the last 10 months. And some of you are not proud of the decisions you made. You are not proud of the things that you invested your time and your resources in, because no result to show. No result to show. Like Burna Boy said, if there is no evidence, you go explain tire. You people will be explaining. If I tell you now, let's take a recap of the last 10 months. Explanation luma po. Excuses luma po. Results will be like this. Now, don't worry. Nobody is shaming you. It's okay. It's fine. You are growing. We are learning. Now, you have come into today. What decisions are you going to be making moving forward? So that the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 months, if Iyanifa Ewa opens Odù Ifá Ogbe Iwori again, and he says, Ejeka Wenimbo, you'll be able to say, Iyanifa, see evidence, see results. The decisions I've been making since I came to Ifa, since I started following the S2EP12, look at the result. That is what we want. Not just for you to come and listen and just say, do Odù Ifá or Samiji for us. Then we say, na 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 na, hey, Àbọyè. Then we sing and we dance and we go. 6 months time, what has the Odù Ifá done for you? Excuses and explanation, no evidence. That's not what we are here to do. I am too busy to waste my time doing that. I am raising a group of people, raising a movement of people in Ifa who will do more than just listen to S2EP12, who will appropriate it to their everyday life, and it will produce results. Benny. So if you are not proud of what you are looking back at right now, that's why you have come to Ifa. What is the first step? The first step in making decisions. Send the person that asked that question, send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen right now. Mrs. O Forever posted it and I pinned it. Iyanifa Ewa, you see the WhatsApp number in front. Send the message to it. Your first step in decisions that you have to make is knowing your own path and your purpose. Let me explain it to you. A lot of you invested your time the last few years, the last few months, into businesses, into learning a skill, into a relationship, into certain places, into certain things, and you are looking back right now and you are not proud of it because it was an entire waste of your time, your energy, your resources, your money, and everything in between. An entire waste. Do you know why that thing is a waste? It's not because that thing is not good though. Listen to me again. It's not because that thing you invested in is not good. Nobody would deliberately invest in something that is not good. Nobody will do that. If they tell you that this business is not good or it is not allowed in your country, this product, if you import it into your country, is not good, are you going to go ahead and do it? No. It means that at the time of investing in that thing, you thought it was the right thing for you. You thought it was a good thing for you, and you did it. But it ended up becoming a mess. Now, do you want to continue every other decision in your life based on, I thought it was good, oh? Because despite the fact that you think it is good, if the results that it produces is not what you want, nobody is going to buy you time, give you back your time, your resources, your effort to say, go and try again. No, that time has gone, you've lost it, the effort, the resources has gone. You cannot continue to build your life like that. It's not fair. It's not fair on you. It's not fair on the people that are supporting you on that journey. So the next set of decisions you are going to make is supposed to come from, is this thing good for me? Will this thing produce result for me? You need to know. If they say you should count how many boyfriends you have had, you have gone to each of them's house to cook, to wash clothes, you have supported their business, helped them to take care of their mother, prayed for them, traveled for them, cancelled your plans just to be there for your boyfriend or your girlfriend, only to find out that they still invited you to their house, you still cooked and pounded yam. You did not know that the yam you are pounding is what they are going to use for his introduction later in the evening to another woman. You pounded the yam and they said, mommy is traveling. You said bye-bye to everybody. You went to your house, fell on the bed like a log of wood that they've hammered after pounding yam. Then you are now seeing TikTok video. A queen has been found today. The queen is not you, it's another person. If they had told you that's the way that relationship will have ended, would you have given them a grain of rice, let alone pound yam in their house? No. So moving forward, you cannot keep gambling. You want to know before you put in your effort, so that when you look back, you can say, every moment that I spent in this relationship, yes, nobody is perfect. We had our ups and downs, but it was worth it. What is the first step in that? Find out what your purpose is. What are those things that align with you? What are those things that are for you as a person? You as a person, not what is working for everybody else. All your friends are dating Chief and Alhaji, and it has worked for them. They have taken care of them, they have bought house for them, they've married them. In fact, the wives at home are treating them like sisters. You too now go and you do that. You too now go and you do that. And then when you do it, it doesn't work for you. You have spent your time, your efforts, your resources on something that has nothing to do with you, that has nothing to do with your life and your future. Nothing to do with your life and your future. And then you mess everything up, waste your time. Before you move forward, find out what your own purpose is. Come to Ifá. Ifá ni ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín, like I explained to you. Ifá is the one that puts your destiny together. Ifá is the one that witnessed the destiny that was put together for you. You are coming to Ifá to ask, what is my own path? I want to know what my path is. The first time they were supposed to check that for you was at birth, during what we call Àkọsẹ̀jayé. The next best time is now, to check it again. If you missed it as a child, check it again. Find out what your own purpose in life is. That's number one. Secondly, as you are going through life every day, every decision, ask Ifá, this place I'm going through, this thing I want to do, how is it going to work out for me? Now let's continue in our Ẹsẹ̀ Ifá. It says here, wọ́n ní kí làwọn ẹ̀yìn wò bí kò ṣọmọ. Adífá fún àgbà tí ń ṣawo lọ sóde ìgbẹ̀yìn, ẹbọ láwo ní kó mú ṣe. Bá a bá kú tán, tó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dunni. Let's start from that place. It says here, what is the essence, what is the purpose of looking back if you do not have a child? In this case, your child might be a biological child, it might be a legacy, it might be a business, it might be an impact, something that you can look back on that will outlive you. What's the essence of looking back if you have not built something that is going to outlive you? That's what Ifá is asking. And then he says here, he says, when you beat the drum, Agba beats the drum. He says, when one passes and leaves behind a lot of wealth, nobody is sad. Let's talk about that part. You see, a lot of you need to understand how life works. I told you, I said, the quality of life you are living today is based on the decisions that some people made yesterday. I always give this example. Those of you that your fathers or your grandfathers lived when Lagos ended, the island part of Lagos ended at Ikoyi. Back in the days, Ikoyi, CMS, Obalende, that was the end at that time. The whole of Victoria Island and Lekki and all to the down part, there was nothing like that here. It was just bare land. Some people's grandfathers in that year, when they started to sell land, they bought land that covered from the whole of Victoria Island to what we have as Lekki today, is an example. Now they have left. Their children and grandchildren are the ones that inherited it and they are living in it. Imagine for one today, how many of you on this live streaming, what is life going to be like if they call you today and they say, the building that is housing the biggest bank in Nigeria, that building, they just found out and discovered the original document that is your grandfather that owns it. Unfortunately, your father too has passed. So they are looking for the next surviving member of that family, and it is you. Please tell me, how will the quality of your life change? I'm just asking. How will the quality of your life change if you suddenly find out that, and that building is worth what? hundreds of millions of naira in rent per year. The quality of your life will be, all the prayer you are praying will end. That hallelujah challenge you are joining is because you want your business to flourish and you need money. The moment you find out that you have a property hidden somewhere that they just discovered that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, your prayer will change, the quality of your life will change. And then you will still go back to church to give testimony. See what God has done. It's your grandfather that did it. Your grandfather was the one that did it. You are supposed to go back to your ancestors, where the ancestral shrine is, and thank your grandfather for making forward-thinking decision, for leaving something behind. That's why you can inherit it. Let's take another example. Let's say you are in Cameroon and you have been trying to get a visa, and they keep denying you visa year in, year out. This is your 10th year. In fact, the system already knows your name on that UK visa application. Then suddenly somebody comes to say, are you not the child of so and so? You say yes. Didn't your mother tell you that her grandfather was a citizen of UK? You say you are not even alive to see your mother. The man that your father married, that married your sister and your uncle's auntie's cousin's neighbor, then you say, how does that translate to? You can apply for ancestral visa. There's something in the UK law called ancestral visa, and they take you there. They put all the information together. You apply for ancestral visa and they give you. Is your life not going to change? You that have been looking for visa for the last 10 years. Who is not God that did it? Hold on. Don't tell me what God cannot do does not exist. It is your grandfather that did it, your grandmother that did it. They took decisions that you are benefiting from. On the flip side of it, again, imagine that you have a big business, you are running, you have inherited your father's company, you are building your father's company, you are now the CEO of that company. Then you find out somewhere along the line that your father, that company you are heading that is your father's company, they have evaded tax for like 10 years before you even took over the company. You didn't know that activity that time. 10 years they've evaded tax. The government now brings it out and says the tax that they evaded, it is coming to about 250 million naira or 750 million naira. You have to pay it. Something that you don't know anything about. You were not the CEO when they took that decision, but you are the current CEO of that company. Then they weigh your company is worth 500 million and it is owing 750 million. Then you now say it's the devil. It's the devil. It's our village people that let them find it. No, it's the decision of your father and your grandfather. They are the one that left that base on your neck, that debt. They were the one that left it for you. Somebody's grandfather was inheriting land. Your own grandfather was evading tax. Some of you, your grandfather forcefully slept with somebody's daughter, and the family of that girl are sitting down somewhere saying, I say there is no female child in that family that will not experience the same thing. Now, your mommy, your father's sisters experienced it. Your cousins are experiencing it. You and your sisters are experiencing it, and you think it's village people. It's not village people. The summation of the choices that other people made. Wherever it is your grandfather is right now, they are telling him, look back and see what you did. He's looking at the life of his sisters, his granddaughters, his grandnieces, all of the female in his lineage. He's seeing the repeat of that thing that he did. Is that not his past? Is he not the one that made it? He made the decision. So I'm telling you today, you see all the responsibility they put on God and the devil. You need to understand that 80% of your life, the way your life is looking at right now, is a summation of people's choices of human beings, decisions that people made with or without your consent. Keep tapping on your screen. So right now, beginning from today, you are going to make better decisions and better choices. Ifá says here, wọ́n ní bá a bá kú, tó bá gbẹ̀yìn wa, kò lè dùn ni. If we pass from this life, when we pass and leave behind a lot of wealth, nobody is sad. So my question to you is today, what is your plan to pass from this life and leave wealth. Ifa says it here. As a human being, you have to have plan on the wealth that you are creating that will outlive you. It's compulsory. It's compulsory. You have to have the plan for it. There has to be a plan for it. Hey, my father did not, my mother did not. It's okay. Iyanifa, you don't understand what Sapa means. I might not understand. Iyanifa, you don't know what it is when people grow up in the trenches. I might not know. But that is the decision of the people that gave birth to you and the people that gave birth to those people that brought you here. 2 days ago, I think, my husband and I were talking about something. I was sharing the experience of one of my friends while we were growing up. I was born and raised, not born. My parents started attending Deeper Life Church when I was 3. So I was literally raised in that church. And there is something about Deeper Life Church, and if you're a second wife at the moment, right? And you get born again, you come into the church, you give your life to Christ, and they find out that you're a second wife, they will advise you to leave that marriage because you went to marry somebody else's husband. So there was a lady like that who happened to be my mom's very good friend. She was married to this Alaji, wealthy, influential, educated, good-looking man. She was third wife or fourth wife or something. All of the wives has their own houses where they are living. The man had this beautiful bungalow where she was living with her kids. One of her daughters was my age group and she was my friend. So when they preached to her, we shall notice that the woman moved out of the house that the man gave to her, took her children out. Mind you, she did not have a job. She did not have a job. Now, this man was a wealthy man, so he put his kids in the best schools at the time. The woman withdrew them from those schools. She put them into a public school because that's what she could afford. She went to rent one face me, I face you room and parlor. That's what she could afford because they told her to leave. Now, 2-3 years into her struggle of I am born again, people advised her that, if you decide to do this for yourself. Leave these children out of this. These children are not part of your marriage decision. They are still their father's children, and their father did not reject them or send them away. And the children too were complaining because anytime they go to their daddy's house, they see how their other step siblings are living. Eventually, she allowed the children to go back. Naturally, they went back to the school they went to. Naturally, they went to uni in the UK, which is where the man usually sent all his kids to, either the UK or the US. Naturally, the father was funding the passion of his children as a responsible, rich, and wealthy man that he is. My friend ended up as a fashion designer. Her grandmother was a fashion designer, a tailor, a seamstress. Her mother was also a seamstress, which was a business she was doing, to survive when she left her husband. In between, after 2 years, she could not pay rent again in that her room and parlor. She had to move back into the house the man gave her because the man has bought the house in her name and he didn't send her out of the house. He didn't take over the house. In fact, she met a good person. That man is a good man because in 2025, you move out of the house, the man will take it over or sell it to somebody else. She had to move there. So her daughter went into fashion. At the moment, if I mention her name, you will know her. She's a popular Nigerian face in fashion industry. She has her brand has been shown on the London Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. She had gone ahead to collaborate with a lot of top fashion brands. She is a top fashion brand herself. Now, let me tell you something. If they had left them with their mother, see, I'm not saying this to say, if they had left them with their mother, she will end up being a tailor like her mother. Tailor Elédùmarè, she's not likely to do more than that. And if she was, the journey wouldn't have been as smooth as that. The decision of her mother would have altered the life that we know that she has right now. The last time me and her still met, we still talked about it. It was she and her siblings, after they got to the UK, went to school, built career, that they came to take their mother to UK. She still could not afford to go to UK. Jesus did not do it for her. Yeah, at least her life is good. She's going to make heaven. It's okay. Before you make heaven, this earth, Olódùmarè say you will make this earth. This earth is part of your journey. What are you making on this earth? You are going to make heaven, no problem. We have given you that heaven of diamond and street of gold and mansion that you have created. Nobody is struggling it with you. But what are you making in this earth? What exactly are you doing in this earth? What part of your religion is helping you to establish success on this earth? What part of your religion is helping you to establish legacy? Ifá says it is compulsory. Odù Ifá, Ogbe, Iwori. He says, bá a bá kú tówó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dùn ni. Bá a bá kú tọ́mọ bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dùn ni. As you are right now, owó wo ló fẹ́ gbẹ̀yìn ẹ? Think about it. You are 40-something, you are 50-something, you are 60-something, you are 20-something. What is your plan? Pé kí owó lè gbẹ̀yìn ẹ? What is the legacy tó máa gbẹ̀yìn ẹ? Think about it. It is Odù Ifá I'm reading. I'm not speaking off my head. And the way Olódùmarè designed it, legacy and continuity is what Ifá is all about. You will build to a certain extent and live for your children. Live for your children. If whatever it is you are building right now does not have any plan to live for your children, you will end up being the grandfather and the father and the mother that raised you and you are complaining. Look at where your grandfather was. Your parents had to start from the scratch again to build. They struggled and struggled to send you to school. You are starting from the scratch again. Life is a marathon. Abi, is it marathon they call it? No. What's that race? Life is a relay race. Yes, it's called relay race. Life is a relay race. Somebody runs and passes the baton to somebody. But religion has encouraged you. Your life is just a sprint. You don't care about anybody. I don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. Nobody owes you anything in this life. Nobody owes you anything. But when you see OBO children, you are saying, God, why? Why didn't my mommy to make a wealthy decision? Why didn't my father to make a wealthy choice? Let me use my life as an example. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for everything that they did. The phone number is pinned on your screen. The WhatsApp number is pinned on your screen. WhatsApp only, I beg of you, WhatsApp only, please. It's pinned on your screen right now. I will use my life as an example, right? Like I was saying, I'm grateful for the choices of my father and my mother. The combination of both of them is the person that I have become today, and I am forever grateful to them. Now, my mom grew up in a house that they were educated, they were exposed, they had money and all of that. My grandfather studied religion and education in the United Kingdom back in those days. My grandfather, if he were to be alive right now, he would have been over 100. So he studied religion and theology. He studied theology and education in the UK at the time. And it gave his children the opportunity to travel. My mom used to travel to the UK regularly. When she was going to buy her wedding gown, wedding clothes, wedding everything, she traveled to the UK. When she was pregnant with me, when she was going to shop for baby things, she traveled to the UK. But when my mother wanted to give birth to me, she gave birth to me in Ibadan. And at the time, nobody knew that Nigeria will become a thing that people will now be saying, you were born abroad, second citizenship, better privileges. It was you go and you come. In fact, at that time, they said the exchange rate of the naira to the pound was 1-to-1. So there was no reason for anybody to have, there was no reason for all of those. She said she did not stay in the UK to have her kids because she wanted to be around family. I'm the first child. She wanted her parents, her family to be by her side, which is understandable. But imagine that single decision if she had traveled and waited there and given birth to me there. Every other time I have been applying for visas, I would not have needed to apply. The quality of my life might have been better. To a large extent, as an African, it would have been better. A decision. that somebody made, that decision. You are a combination of decisions. The decision you are making right now is what your children are going to look back at tomorrow, is what your old age is going to look at, is going to be tomorrow. Decision. Someone says yours is better. My friend's parents lived in the UK, but they went to Ibadan for child. Imagine. Imagine, oh, just imagine. So you see this thing, like Ifa makes life very easy for us to understand. So you are not blaming anybody. You are responsible and accountable. You begin to put the things you are learning to work. Do you understand it? Please keep tapping on your screen. Keep tapping on your screen. We have about 120 people or 100 people. Keep tapping on your screen. So I said, the first thing you need to do is find out what your purpose is. So that every step you are taking, every choice you are taking is on the line of that purpose that is for you. On the line of it. Ask Ifa at every point. Ask Ifa. Let's normalize asking Ifa for direction. Ifa is the voice of Olódùmarè. Ifa is the words of Olódùmarè. Ohun ẹnu Olódùmarè nífá, afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé nífá. Ifa is the GPS of life. It doesn't have anything to do with your religion. How can we find that purpose? How can we send a message through the WhatsApp? An Ifa priest is the custodian of Ifa. As an Ifa priestess, Iyanifa, that's my primary job, to ask Ifa questions on behalf of people using the different Ifa divination tools that we have. This is an Okbele. This is an Ifa divination tool. I'm sure this is one you are used to seeing. This is an Okbele. This is also an Okbele. This one is made with brass. So you send a message through the WhatsApp number and then we ask Ifa. And let me mention here again, it doesn't have anything to do with your religion. You had a purpose in life before you came into this life and they pushed you to one religion or you chose one religion. That purpose is what you need to know. Now we are talking about legacy. Ifa ní tá a bá kú tí owó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dùn ni. Tá a bá kú tọ́mọ bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dùn ni. Two important things tó ń láti gbẹ̀yìn èèyàn téèyàn bá kú, owó àti ọmọ ni o, Ifá ló sọ o. Two important things that is supposed to outlive you, your children and the wealth, the legacy you are creating. So the question I ask you today, you see the one of children is a straightforward thing for most people, except for people that are struggling with childbirth, that are trying to conceive, that have challenges here and there, which is a whole lot of people. And it's the fact that is still going to take care of that. So if you or anybody that you know is struggling with conception or childbirth, I'm a traditional fertility practitioner. Traditional fertility practitioner. Is that okay? What Yoruba call Iyagbebi. Certified in Nigeria. Not that I just went to one corner. A lot of you don't know that under the Federal Ministry of Health in Nigeria, we have a department called the Department of Alternate and Complementary Medicine. It is under that traditional medicine is. We are required to go to school like every other person, like every other medical professional. We have an association, like you have the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA. We have the Nigerian Association of Medical Herbalists. Google it. A lot of you don't know. So over the last 7 years, I have been trained in that regard and certified to practice in Nigeria as a traditional medicine practitioner. We are called TMP in Nigeria. So if you need anything that has to do with fertility, because except you choose not to have children, you can choose not to have children and there's nothing wrong with that. But if it is not a choice that you have made and you are struggling with it, Ifa has help with it. So just send a message on the WhatsApp number that is now showing on your screen. I will pin the WhatsApp number. I think Mrs. O Forever is the one that posted it. Yes, Mrs. O Forever posted it. I've pinned it on the screen. So just send a message. We use both the traditional medicine, that is pure herbal medicine, and the spiritual medicine. Okay, so we combine both, because if you find out, a lot of struggles that people have with fertility might have spiritual undertone. That's the reality of life. It can have spiritual undertone. The WhatsApp number is pinned on your screen. The person asking, how do I locate you? It is so we use that. And now this is what I need you to understand. Let me digress a bit about traditional medicine. Traditional medicine does not have anything to do with your religion. Herbal medicine does not have anything to do with religion. So if the solution to your problem is in herbs, and religion has told you, oh, the herbalists are demonic, it doesn't even make sense that in 2025 somebody will still be telling you that herbalism is demonic. The use of herbs, the same plants that you eat, you can eat it as food, but when people put it together for medicine, it becomes demonic. It doesn't even make sense. And a lot of those that are propagating this are even Yoruba people. There is a song that we were singing in Yoruba church when we were younger. They will say something about oníṣègùn, Jésù ni mo mọ̀, èmi ò mọ̀ oníṣègùn, something like that. Oníṣègùn, let me pause and listen. Pause and listen to this. There is a difference between Babalawo and Oníṣègùn. Religion has dabbled both of them, but as a Yoruba person that has sense, you too should see the difference. How will a Yoruba person, those of you on the live streaming right now, when a Yoruba person wants to interpret the word doctor, what do we call doctor in Yoruba? Some people need to learn. What do we call doctor in Yoruba? The person, USSR on YouTube, you said you want to know the difference. Yes, you are the one that's going to answer it for us. So just answer this question. What does Yoruba call doctor? What is the Yoruba word for doctor? Type it in the comment section. Dókítà is not a Yoruba word. Oníṣègùn, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Doctor in Yoruba is called oníṣègùn. Dókítà is not a Yoruba word. Àyálò láti èdè òyìnbó nìyẹn. It's not a Yoruba word. Before they brought the word doctor, we already had the word oníṣègùn or oníwòsàn, but it's generally called oníṣègùn. Thank you very much. Oh, you don't know it? Okay, all right. So just follow the explanation. Oníṣègùn. Now, somebody says oníṣègùn òyìnbó. No, you are wrong. Oníṣègùn is the Yoruba word for doctor. Oníṣègùn. Now, what does oníṣègùn mean? Oni means owner. You know, I've said it here. Yoruba is a descriptive language. Oni means owner. Ṣe means to do, to practice, to do something. Ogun is medicine. So oníṣègùn is the owner of the practice of medicine. Somebody that is in the profession of medicine. That is oníṣègùn. That's simply what it means. It doesn't have anything to do with babalawo. It is medicine, a profession, like you have somebody in medical profession. Now, oníṣègùn òyìnbó. Òyìnbó is the word that we use to describe people that their skin color is different from our own. Òyìnbó is people from the West, people that have that other color. So oníṣègùn òyìnbó is a medical practitioner in Western medicine. Oníṣègùn ìbílẹ̀ is a practitioner of medicine in traditional medicine. That's the difference. So the same way you have people that practice Western medicine using chemicals and whatever it is they put together, a traditional medicine practitioner, an oníṣègùn, has put together his own herbs to cure people. It doesn't have anything to do with religion. It's like somebody telling me now that because you are a Christian and you believe Jehovah Rapha is God that heals, you are not supposed to be a doctor. If you believe that the fact that you can pray to God to heal you and God can heal you, it doesn't negate Western medicine. Why then do you think that God will negate traditional medicine? Make it make sense. Let's sound like people that are intelligent and educated a bit. Asha kàwé díẹ̀. So the one with Oyinbo is like school degree, and Ibile is the traditional one. Basically, herbalist. Exactly. Thank you so much, USSR. That is what it is. So traditional medicine, herbal medicine, is the form of medicine that we practice, and it is the holistic medicine. That is the only medicine that is designed to heal. Take it anywhere, do your research. Make Google your best friend, make ChatGPT your best friend and ask. Herbal medicine teaches your body to heal itself. Herbal medicine is healing. Even those that practice Western medicine will tell you that they cure, God heals. It's always written there. They have never ascribed healing to Western medicine. They have never ascribed healing to Western medicine. I will give you a very typical example. As a fertility traditional healthcare provider, I help women that are struggling with fertility on their journey, right? And a lot of people have, what's it called, fibroids. A lot of women, majorly fibroids, right? Now, when you go to Western medicine, fibroids, you would be asked to undergo a surgery, a medical procedure to remove that growth. Western medicine does not stop your fibroids from regrowing. For those of you that have knowledge about fibroids, you know there are women that have had to go through that surgery over and over again. It grows back. Now, traditional medicine is not going to perform a surgery on you. It's going to kill that growth from its roots. From its roots. It's going to kill the growth from its roots, helping it not to grow back again. Someone says leave condemnation of Western medicine and focus on your own. What part of this confirmation, what part of this conversation we are having right now sounds like a condemnation? You see how you see how lack of knowledge and lack of intelligence makes people defensive at the sound of something. We are defining what it means, explaining what it is. Somebody is jumping, a grown adult is jumping into conversation to sound defensive. We are only telling the difference between the two. You see where this is coming from, which is why I tell people that when we complain that the West has done this to us, slave trade did this to us, they brainwashed us. When they say these things, I tell them, I tell people, I say, let's hold on with what the West has done. That is past tense. That's history. It's very important, but it is past. Let's talk about how we have continued to brainwash ourselves. You're on a live streaming and somebody is talking about the difference between it. The difference between it. And then you are already saying, leave this one alone, leave that one alone. Someone said, you said Western education does not cure fibroids. It doesn't. Removing a growth does not cure it. Removing a growth takes it away. It doesn't stop it from returning. If it stops it from returning, why do women have to go through it over and over again? This is a pure explanation. Receive it without being defensive and paranoid. It's not a war, it's not a fight. Look at what China is doing with TCM, Chinese traditional medicine. China is putting in the best of both sides, the best of their traditional medicine with the best of Western medicine. That is what we are also being taught. Last year, we took a course at University of Lagos. It was compulsory for every traditional medicine practitioner in Nigeria to take that course. And the course was titled Standardization and Quality Control of Traditional Medicine. We are learning now in Nigeria, in Africa, on how to standardize and put quality control on our medicine so that we can produce what China is doing with TCM. And somebody is here. You see how these things have gone? So right now, the misconceptions we have among ourselves is being perpetrated by we ourselves. We are talking about how to bring African traditional medicine to get the best of it. You understand that part? So anyway, let's continue, which is why we say education is not a scam. And when we say education is not 6334, it's continuing to gain knowledge with an open mind. It's not a fight, it's not a war. The West has very good ideas. We have very good ideas, and we are going to put everything together. And if we find something that is wrong, we will condemn it. If we find something that is not right, we will drop it. If we find something that is good, we will pick it up. It doesn't matter how anybody feels about it. We will pick up the good and we will drop the bad. If a surgery is not going to solve your problem and herbs can solve it, we have a right to tell our people that it can. Yoruba did not manufacture herbs. Herbs is natural. So except if you have a problem with the things that God has created, then maybe you should not even be on this planet. It's like somebody saying, don't condemn eating fast food and burger. Just focus on your healthy living. In 2025, we should not condemn the things that is going to put harm in your body. So it says here that if you leave wealth behind, leaving children behind, building a legacy behind. So we dived into helping people that are struggling with, that have challenges with leaving children behind. So if you have anybody around you that is trying to conceive in any way, male or female, there are tradition, and the person is open to traditional medicine, just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is on your screen. And if you are watching a replay, the WhatsApp number will be in the description box below. You understand? So we've sorted that out with children. And then for those of you that now have those children right now, making sure that they outlive you as a legacy, not just you adding to the number of children in the world. Making sure that they outlive you as a legacy is for you to make sure that you know what the purpose of those children are. Knowing what the purpose of your children are, helping them to make decisions on their right path. It becomes the responsibility of every parent. The responsibility of every parent. Somebody says, how can we condemn something that is proven to work? Example, polio. Okay, let me explain this to you without sounding a certain way. Salt is good for us. Salt works. And then somebody says, oh, the amount of salt you have put into this thing is too much. How can you cook with 3 spoons of salt? It is not good. And then you say, how can you condemn 3 spoons of salt when salt is what helps our food to taste good? Nobody is condemning Western medicine. But if there is a part of it that will not truly solve a problem, we point it out. Salt is good, but when you take it in excess, it's bad. Salt is good, but when you take the expired one, it's bad. Salt is good, but you will not put it inside cake. You will not use it to bake cake. But salt is good. Our body needs it. But you will not put salt into ice cream. Nobody is condemning Western medicine. Listen to understand. No, don't listen to be defensive. Nobody is fighting you. Nobody is saying Western medicine, don't do anything with it. Nobody has said that. Everybody has been on this live stream. I need you to scroll memory back, rewind this conversation, and point out the parts where somebody has condemned Western. We are comparing and we are picking the best of both sides. So if there is a side of it that is not good, we will say it. Sugar is good. Your body needs it, but there is a certain form it doesn't need. When we condemn eating sugar, we don't say don't eat sugar. There is a quantity and there is a form that it should come. So let's be intelligent when we are making fact, when we are talking. Let's be intelligent in our conversations. It's very important, okay? So we're speaking about the legacy that we are living with our children. Ogbe when you says we should be able to look back at what we are building. So if you have children, irrespective of the age that they are right now, to have a legacy, to look back and be able to look at the children that you raised, that you have invested in as parents. The moment you have a child, 70% of your life is revolving around them. For some people, 100% of their life is revolving around their children. In another 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you want to look back at what you have invested in, your time, your resources, your emotions, your everything, which is your children. Are you going to be proud of what you have invested in? Tá a bá wẹ̀yìn wò, wọ́n ní Ogbe wẹ̀yìn wò, òun lorúkọ tí Odù Ifá tá ń ṣe yìí, Ogbe Iwori, Ogbe wẹ̀yìn wò. Tá a bá wẹ̀yìn, are we proud of the children that we have raised and the path we have laid them? Some of our parents right now, they are wishing they allowed us to follow our passion in the first place. Because, no, you cannot do music, you cannot play soccer, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Oh, you have to study law, you have to study engineering, you have to study medicine. Now you have done it. You are back to that, your passion. Fashion designing, tailor go lè gbé èèyàn lọ síbi kankan kí. You are back to that fashion designing. That fashion designing is what has now built the wealth that your parents themselves are getting returns from. Somewhere in their mind right now, they wish they allowed you to follow it early. Somewhere in their mind, they wish that they knew the right path to put you into early. Now we are in Ifa. We are now in this time and age where Ifa tells us that we can find our purpose there, where we are told that Ifa is the witness of our destiny. Where we are told that Ifa is the witness of our destiny. Where we are told that Ifa is the GPS of life. So as not to have the regrets that your parents had when they look back at everything they took you through and the way they raised you. Find the purpose of your children. Keep tapping on your screen, please. Find the purpose of your children. Guide them in that purpose. Most cultures in Africa do it, but I will speak of Yoruba culture because I am Yoruba. When a child is born, on the 3rd day after birth, the parents of the child come together. The parents of the child, they visit a babalawo, Iyanifa, sit down there to ask, let's find out the purpose of this child. We want to know how to guide this child, what course they are supposed to study if they are going to school, what skills they have, what business they are supposed to do. Are they going to be successful in this country where they live in, or will they have to travel somewhere else? What are the health challenges that this child will have? What is their life in regards with marriage, in regards with childbirth, in regards, what are their taboos? What colors work for them? What times of the day are they supposed to? Different things about the entire journey of that child. It is revealed to the parents, helping the parents to guide their children right. Which is why you find that a lot of people say this. If you're asking for consultation, check-in, just check the WhatsApp number that Mrs. O Forever has posted. You will see Iyanifa Ewa is written in front of it before the number. That is why you find out when so many people describe Ifa practitioners, there is one thing you would hear recurring. When you see a babalawo, they are very contented people. They are contented with what they have. They are very contented people. They are contented with what they have. Where do you think that contentment comes from? It's from the fact that they know their path, they know their purpose, and they are following it. They are not there trying to be like somebody, trying to pull from somebody, they already know this is their own path, and they are doing it. That is why a babalawo can be a carpenter with his small carpentry shed, with lands, farmlands here and there, and he can be doing spiritual work for you to become super wealthy and super famous, because your own destiny is not his own destiny. Your destiny is not his own destiny. Those are the things that help people to grow in life. Somebody said, good morning, why can we have consolidation of Ifa thoughts documented clearly or mainstream comments? Can we consolidate and agree on a system instead of disjointed thought? Ifa is not, you see, I keep saying this to people. Let me digress a bit and answer that. The person asked a question on YouTube. He says, why can't we have consolidated Ifa thoughts documented clearly? So we already have that. If you have not come across that, we have documentations of the 256 Odù Ifás with different essays. Now here is why you would have some essay in this one that is different from some essay in this one. Okay, before now, Ifa was passed down orally and verbally. And when you pass information down orally and verbally, you cannot, let's practice something. We have over 100 people on TikTok right now. If I say that, if I say something to you, I whisper something to the first person. Take for instance, I whisper something to Adedun. I whisper something into the person's ears. And I say, continue to whisper it to every other person till we get to number 120. And I tell the number 120 person, what did they tell you? What the person is going to tell me and what I originally said, there will be a lot of disparity. And that is what happens with verbal rendering. And the reason it has been in verbal rendering like that for centuries is because of the attack from the West to just make sure that there is no written document of it. But they cannot stop us from speaking. They try their best to stop this information from to continue. They wanted it to be gone and lost and buried and forgotten and obsolete. But because the practice of Ifa had been working, people will still teach their children. So people that are in, take for instance, Osun State, the rendering that their father gave them, if they move to Ogun State, to Ekiti, to Lagos State, there will be disparities here and there. That is just human verbal rendering. That's not supposed to say that Ifa is not consolidated. Now there is more freedom, there is more enlightenment, and people are putting more efforts into putting it together. So what you are talking about right now is something that is still going to take a while, because the first Ifa text that was put together was less than 50 years ago for a practice that has been in existence according to the Yoruba calendar 10,067 years. So before we get to a place where there will be a unanimous single system of it, it's going to take a while. We are in the process of that, step by step. Everybody is gathering the information that they have. We are looking at it through the Odù Ifá. Okay, this one is this. Oh, this is where the people in your own community missed it. We are doing that step by step. But before then, we will continue to have this. Is a process. It's like you give birth to a child today and you say, why can't we just get this child at day 7 to start walking and running like every other human being instead of crawling and standing up and falling? It's a process, and we are going to get there, right? So Ifa is talking about the legacy that we leave behind, our children. Your first responsibility is to find out the purpose of that child. On the 3rd day, Àkọsẹ̀jayé is done. If you missed Àkọsẹ̀jayé at that time, Ifa allows you to do what is called Itefa. Do it for your children. Find out their purpose so that they will not waste time and effort and resources, on things that doesn't have anything to do with them. That's number 1. The second part of it is to build wealth. Ifa says build wealth. Tí owó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni, Odù Ifá là ń kà ọ́. Wọ́n ní bí a bá kú, bówó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni, kò lè dùn ni. Owó ó ń láti gbẹ̀yìn ẹ. So right now, what is that financial legacy you are building that is going to outlive you? That is going to be what your own children will be able to hold on to. Your father did not leave anything for you. Your grandfather did not leave anything for you. Those that their grandfather and their father left something for them, you look at them today, what do we call them? Obi or Omo Babolo. What are they going to call your children and your grandchildren? You should be the reason that they will call your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren Omo Babolo. You hear them call some children trust fund babies. Why can't they call your own children trust fund babies? That decision starts from now. You are going back into Ifa to ask Ifa, where am I supposed to build a legacy of wealth for my generation? Because I found out in Odù Ifá today that it is compulsory for me láti wẹ̀yìn kí owó gbẹ̀yìn mi, kí ọmọ gbẹ̀yìn mi. Two most important things. I started talking about it yesterday. And I mentioned at the beginning that I was going to talk about something. Yesterday, the Odù Ifá, we talked about Odù Ifá ọ̀mọ̀rí méjì. Ibi tó ti dífá fún òòyàn wọn, ọmọ tí wọ́n ti dífá fún òòyàn wọn, ọmọ ọba. Wọ́n ní àtèwe àtàgbà ní kán wá rajà ọmọ ọba, kán wá rajà òòyàn wọn. Òòyàn wọn was a trader. And his Odù Ifá was talking about him going to find increase in his business. And a lot of people reached out to me because I mentioned some things about business yesterday, talking about the difference between a skill and the business of that skill. You need to learn the business of the skill and the career you are building. That is the only one that is going to outlive you. I beg of you. Your career cannot outlive you. Your career cannot outlive you. If you are not, it's not everybody that is business inclined. Money no be life. Okay. Go into Odù Ifá and find out what Odù Ifá says about that. Money no be life. That is the reason people are struggling. It is religion that sold that idea. Money is not life. Seek the kingdom of God first. The love of money is the root of evil. That is how they kept Africa in poverty. That's how they sold Africa into this poverty that we have right now. Let's rewind our memory a bit. A lot of you think that the first contact that the West had with Africa, particularly Nigeria, West Africa, a lot of you think the first contact they had with the West, that the West had with us, is from slave trade and colonization. No, the first contact they had with us is the period that we call the transatlantic trade period. Transatlantic trade period. Trans is when you are going from something to something, like when you have transgender or you have translate, you are converting something to something, from somewhere to somewhere. Transatlantic means they move from one part of the Atlantic Ocean to the other. They cross the Atlantic Ocean. Trade is buying and selling. There was a transatlantic trade period where the West came. We are not the one that went there. They came to do business with Africa. Africa was succeeding and flourishing so much that they came to trade with us, buying and selling. We were a wealthy continent, with resources, with people, with business intelligence that they had to come. Then they now came and sold religion for you that says money is the root of everything. Money is not everything in life. It's not about anything. Money is not anything. Nobody is asking you to be Dangote or Mike Adenuga. But that you will live in this life and you will not leave wealth for your children is barbaric. You have struggled through life. Then you want your children and grandchildren to start from the same place you two started from. Does not even make it does not even sound like God. It sounds like fruitless effort. Why would I go through something? Just like you are going through school, you went through school, and then you have younger ones, and they're asking you to teach them, and you say no, you don't want to leave anything for younger people. You want them to also go and suffer before they get it. Something is wrong with you. You have used a book in school, you are not using it again. They now say your younger want to use it. No,
Let him go and work the way I also worked before I bought my book. You see, that family function, we already know that there's something wrong with them there. So as a parent, as an adult, if whatever business or career you are building right now, there is no part of it that is invested in leaving something behind, even if you are a career person and you know nothing about business, there are investments that you can make that will outlive you. You have to. Odù Ifá says it is compulsory. We are not saying amass wealth so that you can flaunt it. Odù Ifá is not talking about that. It's not even talking, this Odù Ifá is not even talking about what you do with the money in your lifetime. He's not talking about that. He's talking about what the money will do after you have left. After you have left here. If you don't want to make money in your lifetime, money is not everything. In your lifetime is okay. But please make it for your children. Make it for your children. Ifá says it. Money bí a bá kú, Odù Ifá là ń kà, Ogbe Iwori ni. Wọ́n ní bí a bá kú tán, tówó bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dún ni. Àgbà ń dún mojoyin. Bí a bá kú tán, tọ́mọ bá gbẹ̀yìn ẹni kò lè dún ni. Ọmọ tá à ń bí pé kó gbẹ̀yìn wa, Ifá ní kówó náà gbẹ̀yìn wa. Let there be a legacy that will be left behind. Let there be a legacy that will be left behind. It's very important. So this is the information I said I was going to give. Now, I mentioned yesterday about building a skill, having a skill, and the business of the skill. A lot of people don't know that there is a difference, which is why you find that people that build skills, they struggle. And other people will come and build business around that skill. Business owners, business creators, they employ people that have skill to work for their business. A business is an entity on its own that would outlive hundreds of people. First Bank of Nigeria is 100+ years old in Nigeria. Somebody built it. A group of people built it. It has outlived them. Imagine it was a family-owned business. It has outlived that family. Your parents did not create a legacy and wealth for you. Ifá says it is your responsibility to create it for the children that are coming behind you. Somebody mentioned something about, please ma, did we come to life to chase money? Let me answer that question in a very interesting way. Did you come to life to chase food? Why are you eating food every day? Did you come to life to chase children? Why are you giving birth to children? Did you come to life to chase education? Why are you investing in it? So when you say, did you come to life to chase money? Ask yourself the question again. I assume you are an intelligent person. Ask yourself that question. Show me somebody that has lived a successful life without money. Show me somebody that has done anything that doesn't have money in it. Please drop that shade that religion gave you about money. Drop it. Just drop it. There is nothing, what's that word? There is nothing shameful about working for money and say you are working for money. People travel out of their country to go to other countries. Everybody is trying to build a better quality of life. And this life has been designed that the currency of that exchange is money in any form that it comes. And if you are somebody that is financially intelligent, you would understand that. But if you are not, I would advise that you take lessons in financial literacy. Investments and legacies is what life revolves around. Somebody builds something and leaves it as a legacy for other people. Is very important. Now, where your concern is supposed to be, where I think your concern is coming from, the person that was asking the question, that you are not articulating it well, is how far people go for that money. And for everything in life, there is a limit to how far you should go. It's not only about money. People are desperate about so many things. It is not about money. The greed of anything is wrong. Money is not the only thing. It's not money that is your problem. It's the attitude around it. And that attitude is around so many other things. Look at the attitude that women have to their looks. It has taken some people to the extreme. Does that mean looking good is not a thing? No. It is your attitude about it. Your attitude, the way you go about it, that one is on you as a person. But that the entity called money is wrong, don't do it. Don't do it. Look at everything around you. The phone that you are using, that phone that you are using to comment on this live streaming, you bought it with money. The quality of that phone is different from the one of the next person because of money. Some people have phones this morning, like they cannot afford to power their phone because there is no light in their neighborhood, and they don't have money to buy generator and buy fuel, and they cannot buy data. See all of the things that money requires before you can come on this live streaming. Let's articulate with intelligence. Let's articulate with intelligence, which is the part that I want to stress on today. Financial literacy. I was explaining some things yesterday. Over the last 25 years, I have built businesses. Those of you that knew me, for people that know me when I was in Babcock University, it was against the school rules and regulations to buy and sell, but I did it. My father was one that supported me to do it, despite the fact that he knew that it was against school rules. And it wasn't because my family needed the money. No, my father was paying my school fees in a private university, so they didn't need the money. But he told me something. He said, if you want to build successful businesses in life, there are some times where the environment where you are going to build it will be very competitive, very stiff, very challenging, but your business has to survive. And we are going to start to learn it from here. So you will go to school and sell without anybody know you are selling. That is the first place I learned to sell without selling. And for 3 years consecutively, I did business, and the school rules and regulations was never against me in any way. I learned from that. And immediately I graduated from school in 2004, I started building different businesses. And Elédùmarè, with the help of my own parents and ancestors and every other person that contributed to it, from Nigeria to Ghana to South Africa to Dubai to the US to the UK, I have established successful businesses, and we are still growing. And I can proudly say I'm a group CEO of a conglomerate of companies in different countries across 4 continents of the world. So if I speak to you about growing business and building legacies, a lot of people look at me and wonder, what do you still want with all these businesses you have, all this money you have? I have 5 children. I'm raising 5 children, and I don't want any of them to start out life from the beginning again. I want to be able to hand over things. You are at this age, this company in this country, continue it. This one in this place, continue it. That one in that place, continue it. That is what Ifá wants us to do. So if you are still buying the idea of money no be life, you can't know. See, it's not everybody that is going to leave that legacy. Look at the generation that came before us. Is it everybody in your father's generation that left a legacy and left wealth for their children. No. In the next generation that is going to come, some people's children will still look back and they cannot see any legacy and wealth that their parents left for them. Maybe you are one of those parents, and it's okay, it's your choice. You can choose to go through this life without leaving wealth for your children. Anybody. It is life, eventually it's a choice. But for people who want to be on the side of, somebody says some don't even want to have children. Like I said, that's a choice. You can. Some people don't want to, and it's perfectly okay. I have close friends and family members who don't want to have children, and trust me, I support them like anything, because having children and raising children is a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment, and if you are not up for it, don't do it. It's a lifetime commitment and a lifetime contract, and it is okay if you do not want it. Let me make that clear here. It is okay if you don't want it. If you are not mentally, emotionally, and financially ready to bring another person into this world and give them good quality of life, don't do it. An adult without a child is better than one that is raising children recklessly or not even paying attention to them. So please, having children is not compulsory. Building wealth and legacy is not compulsory. It's for people that want. So for people that want, you are the one that I'm speaking to. Start from now. First of all, make a divination to find out, what am I supposed to build as generational wealth that would outlive me? No matter the situation you find yourself, no matter the point you are right now, even if you do not have a job, make sure that what you have in view right now is to build a legacy. Don't start a business with, I just want to be able to eat, or I just want to be able to feed myself. Life is more than that. Life is more. Imagine that every parent, every grandparent built legacies for their children, and the parents came to inherit it, and the children are inheriting it. You think young men and women up and down will be doing unspeakable things just to get money? No, they won't. One of the things that is driving young people into doing about anything to make money is because they look at the life of people that make money at home. Àwọn tó bá owó nílé, people that inherit it. They want to be able to have the things that those people have. You see a young man at 21, he's in your school. He's driving a Rolls Royce to school, driving a Ferrari to school, driving a Benz to school. His father bought it for him. Your father did not buy for him. You want to compete with that child is the reason you will do every unspeakable thing to have it. But if your own parents made better choices with wealth and money, and somebody's father is buying Benz for them, your father will also buy for you. You will not need to do Yahoo and be asking for money ritual. That's what we are explaining to you right now. So that you will not put your own children and your grandchildren in a situation where they are hustling for something that they cannot have at their age. That's why Odù Ifá is stressing on this. Legacy. Other people are building it, build it. Generational wealth, other people are building it, build it. And I know that every one of us are on different paths in our lives right now. Some people can't even afford 3 square meals. So when they hear conversations like this, they're like, it's not me you are talking to, but let me tell you where it starts from. Which brings me to the announcement I wanted to make. TikTok, you are not tapping on your screen again. Oh, please do that. Which brings me to the announcement I said I was going to make. A lot of people came into my DM after the conversation I had yesterday about business and Ifá and spirituality. And when I looked at all the questions, I think it is high time we have financial literacy classes for people that are Ifa and ÌШЭШE. Now, somebody might ask, why does Ifa and ÌШЭШE need financial literacy classes? Because there is a way Ifa teaches us about finances that religion taught us the exact opposite. I grew up in Deeper Life Church. Those of you that know that church, you know how that church feels. It was that money is the root of all evil. I grew up in a church that taught us that modesty means poverty. And oh goodness, the quality of life of members of that church at the time I was growing up in the 80s, the quality of their life, you look at it and you wonder, what is this? You wonder, what is this? Is that the quality of life that the divine and supreme being wants us to? You look around you, look at the quality of the things that the universe has and nature created and Elédùmarè created. Look at it. Look at it. You see plants, you see how flourishing they are. And you are still wondering if you are supposed to come into this life and flourish. Listen to me here. You need to understand this. This is not about everybody has to be rich, everybody has to be Dangote. No. Odù Ifá already says everybody has different paths. Some people's destiny has millions of people attached to it. So the level of wealth they are going to grow in this life is different from the person whose destiny has just 100 people attached to it. But what is important is that you are succeeding that your destiny and building it up to outlive you. Emphasis on outlive you. If the only thing we have come to do in life is so that I can buy fine clothes, so that I can pay my house rent, or I can buy a house, and I can buy a chair, and I can drive a car, you don't need to do so much for that. But so that it can outlive you. So that your children, even if you chose not to have children, if you build well today, your nephew and nieces can inherit it. Even if you don't have nephew and nieces, you are the only child of your parents and you have also said you don't want to have children, which is awesome. There are children in the world whose parents passed out of this life before they became 10 years old, before they clocked 5 years old. And there is nobody that is responsible for them. You can build that wealth and legacy and hand it over to motherless babies' home and pick certain children there that Ifa and your spirit directs you to. Let them inherit it and continue that legacy. It's not a crime if you have money that other people can inherit. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. So we're going to pick a day of the week where our live streaming will be centered around financial literacy for people of color, according to Ifa. So we are going to pick Ifa to teach us what was originally handed over to our own people, to our own ancestors, as the way that wealth is supposed to be built. Look into Yoruba history. As Igbo man, look into your history. You are Ghanaian, look into your history and see how your ancestors built wealth. They now came to sell you this idea of money is not good. Life is not about money. Stop telling young people about money. That's the reason you have millions of people in Yahoo. And let me point this out. A lot of you that come to my DM, do you lock clients? I'm a street boy and I do Yahoo, internet business, and I want you to please don't bring that nonsense into my DM. Tell about faking shake for you. Don't bring that nonsense into my DM. I still told one of them this morning. I say I can help you to end that business, that street business you are doing. I can help you destroy it, and together we will build another one. The reason you are doing that, you are sitting with all the intelligence. You see, the level of intelligence, the time, the resources, the dedication, the resilience that it takes to do Yahoo and succeed in it. If they could put it into something else, they would definitely succeed. But do you know why? Because they want to invest in something today that is going to make them the kind of money that other people has built with generations, has built for generations. If their parents had legacy and wealth handed over to them, they will use this intelligence and resources they have to continue building it. They will not do you think naturally a human being does not want to be associated with stealing? Everybody wants to beat their chest and say, this is a legitimate business and work that I'm doing that is growing my life as a normal human being. Nobody wants to live life and be wondering when the cops are coming, when the cops are coming, when the cops are coming. Nobody really wants to live it. But because they want to be able to buy the same car that somebody is buying from business that has been built from generation, they want to be able to use the same things that people that have spent decades building, they want to have it in the snap of a finger. That's why they do it. That is the reason we have young people all over the place doing this. My father supported me in business even when my family did not need the money while I was in school, because he had already known that, look here, I'm not going to work for anybody. We had talked about it while I was in uni. I am not. It's not my plan. It's not going to happen in any way. I finished from Babcock University with a 2-1 in computer engineering tech. I have an MBA, and I have never worked for anybody with that certificate before. Never. Now, this is not supposed to mean there's a problem for people working. I have people working for me. There's nothing wrong with that. But I knew early in life what my path and my destiny was, and my parents supported me in it. That's the reason I could leave school and start small and not be scared of, hey, let me pick a job somewhere. Let me pick a job somewhere. I got to a point where my father told me, I think you should still have a job, at least a government job. It gives you financial security. His friend was the CMD of UCH at the time. And he said, oh, go and get a job there, apply in UCH. When I entered into where they were going to do the interview, I told the people, I said, there are people outside that need this job. Give it to them. I don't want this. There's no need stressing yourself to interview me. I don't want. Can I go out and let the next person come in? And I left there because I know they were going to send the results to the CMD. The CMD has to approve the people that will be employed. I went to my dad's friend's office, Dr. Ilesomi. He was the CMD of UCH at the time. And I told him, I said, Daddy. We used to call him Daddy. I don't want a job. I believe in my business. I have plans. I have dreams. And I want to follow it. And I know this is what I'm supposed to do. But you have to be able to talk to your friend for me. I beg you. Just tell my dad. And he looked at me and he said, I should wait, that I should call my dad. He called my dad. My dad arrived after maybe like 2 hours or something. And he said I should repeat it. And I repeated it. He looked at my father and he smiled. He said, this is your child. The same thing you do is what this child is doing. So the least you can do is to support. Why did I say this? The reason I will not jump into anything fraudulent. When I started business, when you are starting, you start small. There were days when the income of the business was not enough to do anything for me. But I knew that that was the trade. That's how you grow. My father will never be worried that I'll be one of the girls that will marry a man because of money, or will stay in a marriage where a man is maltreating you because you don't have money. He knows I will never be that person. Why do I have those options? Because the parents that raised me were involved in raising wealth for me. I learned business from running my father's own before he passed, while he was still alive. So I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you. This is the least you can do. Do more than just making money to feed. Ifá says, Ogbe when you will. Be able to look back. Be able to look back and say, this is what my wealth has built for me. Be able to look back. Let your children be able to look back to what you have. Let your life be able to look back to what you have right now. Give your children more choices. And if you don't have children, help other children who don't have mothers and fathers have better choices in life. Most of the problem we have right now in Africa, whether home or abroad, I've lived in the US for a while, so I have an idea what it means to be a person of color in that country. I lived in UAE for a while when I was building my business there. I know what life is for a person of color in the Middle East too. And I will tell you this, most of our problem is centered around the fact that we do not have legacies and wealth that we can take up. Look at it. Look at it. If you have a better choice, you think you will go, if your parent had legacy that they built for you, you think you will go to UK and be doing what you are doing. I don't want to mention any kind of job so that it won't sound as if it is derogatory. I'm not talking down on any profession. Yorùbá ní olè ló bọ́mọ jẹ́. Kò síṣẹ́ kankan tó tini lójú, olè nìkan ló bọ́mọ jẹ́. Yes. But there is more than that. A lot of us travel abroad. I had my children in the US. I came back to Nigeria because I could provide a good life for them. I left the US when it became legal in the state of New York to use drugs. As a single mother, I know that I cannot win that battle. I cannot win that battle. So I sat down and I looked at it. What does this, at least they have citizenship now, good. What does this environment provide that everybody in Africa is running away from? I replicated it for my children. When I went to the UAE, I replicated it for them there. When I came to Nigeria, I replicated it for them. I can protect them from what an average African child is exposed to in the US, because there is generational wealth that somebody is building. They are telling you money is not everything in life. Nobody is saying money is everything, but it is a lot of things, and Ifa also attests to it. I have friends that are African Americans who are looking for ways. If they can get jobs and build businesses, they want to raise their children elsewhere. It's money that is leaving them without options. So I beg of you, we are going to find a day of the week where we will teach that. 25 years of building businesses and structures in different countries is something. I'm not selling a course to you. Oh, look at me, I'm not selling a course. So the number of things I'm selling is is enough for me. I'm not selling a course for you. I want to teach. I want people to be able to get financially literate. I want to help people build generational wealth. I want us to bring Ifa into modern life and make sure that the quality of our life is better. I want us to be able to replicate the life that our ancestors had, that they stole from us. Then you will know why they wanted to cover Ifa and bury it up. You think it's about sacrifice and appeasement? Ifa is more than that. When we start to teach these things, you will be surprised what knowledge is rooted in Ifa that has to do with finances and building wealth. When we start to dig up SAFers and what they teach, it is then you will realize what they did to you or what they tried to do to us. So I beg you, Ejo, the essence of life is to be able to leave something behind. Live a good quality life and let it outlive you. Odù Ifá I'm not speaking to you from my head. This is not motivational speaking. This is Ifa. Let's go to the lessons. We're already run out of time. Lessons. Ifa says life without continuity is emptiness. I'm not the one that said it. Children, legacy are the true wealth, whichever one you choose. I've said there is none that is compulsory. But if you do not choose children, if you don't choose children, please choose wealth. That one is compulsory. Ifa says here, Ifa says, Agba, the drum, symbolizes how our actions, our teachings, and our offsprings keep our sound alive after we have passed. When you beat a drum, I don't have a drum here, but let me use this. When you beat this, you see how you beat a drum and the sound will still continue to echo and it will go far. If I beat a drum here, people will hear from afar. Something that would go beyond that point. That is why this Odù Ifá was given to Agba. When you beat a barrel, a drum, it would echo. The sound will go beyond where the drum is. Let the sound of your identity on this earth, let it go beyond where you are and the number of years that you will live. Africa should be great again. It starts with me and you. Let's start by helping our children, giving them better choices, giving the children of this world better choices at the future. If we do that, all of these behaviors we are talking about, it will drop naturally. You know how they say when you travel out of Nigeria, your prayer points will reduce because you will not be praying for NEPA. You won't be praying for good roads. You will not be praying for, there are so many things you will not be praying for. You will not be praying for, hey, I hope there is light in the hospital today as they are going. The moment you get to an environment that is more structured, that has more workings and results, your prayer points will change. It's the same thing. The moment we start to build generational wealth, the quality of the children in the future will change. You will see how this whole idea of girls are running after men because of money. They don't want to marry a young man. They are following their father's age mates because of money. You will see how it will reduce. When the money that she's going to marry a man because her father has already provided it for her. My dad told me something when I was in uni, and it stuck with me, and I will repeat it here. He said, when you get to school, you will see boys in your class, in your school, who would give you this and give you that, will buy this for you and buy that for you. He says they are giving you from their father's money. That boy did not work for the money. It's his daddy's money that is giving you. So if his daddy can give it to him and you like it, ask your own daddy, I will give it to you. That's what my father told me. And that was where I learned not to be moved by what guys my age are giving. When you are in school, a boy comes, he buys you wristwatch. Oh, my boyfriend bought me a wristwatch. My father told me that it's his father's money that he's using to buy that wristwatch. So if his father can buy it for you, come home, your own father too will buy it for you. That's not supposed to mean you should not take gifts from boys. You can take gifts from anybody. But don't let the reason you are taking come from the fact that, oh, somebody has done this for me that nobody has done. My daddy said, come home, I will do it for you. Do you know why he could confidently say that? His own father, my grandfather, built wealth that my father also learned to replicate. And he too was building wealth that he knows that, Abba, there is nothing you want to ask for that I cannot give. It helps you. In fact, you will be able to train your children well. When you cannot provide 3 square meals for your child, and your child is going to school, and you are not the one that is paying the school fees of that child. If you are, somebody says, if person, okay, Adedu, you are still the one. If person father no carry income, that's exactly what we are teaching you. What he means is that what if somebody's father does not have money? That is what we are teaching you. If your father did not have it, so that your children can be able to say their own father has it. That's what generational wealth is. I see you posted another comment saying generational wealth is a complex thing. It's not a complex thing. It's a simple thing. Every complex thing has simple parts. The moment you tell your brain that it is complex, it becomes complex. You are not able to understand it or comprehend it, and it would elude you. But the moment you tell yourself that it is simple, and you can understand it and you can replicate it, it becomes a thing that your mind is able to accept and absorb. So I beg of you, we will find a day. I would announce maybe tomorrow. I will look through my calendar and find the day that we will set aside for financial literacy for people of color. I beg of you, please, let's focus on raising wealth the genuine and the right way and being able to pass it down to our children. Let's wrap up. Ifa says here, true success is not measured by the riches you have in this life. True success is not measured by the riches you have while on earth, but by what remains when you are gone. By what remains when you are gone. The person that is asking, somebody says, please talk about Obatala. Please go to my YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. Go to my YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. There is a whole video there that we talked about Obatala during the last Obatala festival. Go to Iyanifa Ewa TV and pick and scroll down. You will find that video. Every complex thing has an easy part. Thank you so much. I'm grateful, because that is how they leave people in ignorance. This thing is so complex for you, and you don't know how the subconscious and the conscious work. The moment you tell your subconscious something, it absorbs it. The next time you want to draw an activity for it, your subconscious already says, no, don't go there, it's difficult, it's hard. So Odù Ifá says true success is not measured by the riches you have while you are alive. It's measured by what remains when you have passed, when you are gone. This Odù Ifá blesses us with fruitful lineage, enduring legacy, and peace that outlives mortality. If you want a fruitful lineage, you want to have children, this Odù Ifá has talked about it. If you want enduring legacy, this Odù Ifá has spoken about it. If you want wealth that comes with peace that will outlive you, this Odù Ifá has talked about it. Someone says, cause Ifá, no, not anyone will have plenty money to leave for their children. See, when you say plenty money, now you are measuring the amount of money. We are not measuring amounts. Like we said, everybody has different destinies. Some people's destinies has been set on a path to create massive wealth because millions of people is attached to that destiny. Some people's destiny has been created to just accommodate 1,000 people because 1,000 people has been written with their destiny. What we are talking about right now is at whatever level you are, make sure that you are building something. Make sure that you are building something that will outlive you. There's a lady that came to me for a consultation a couple of days ago. She said she has been in UK for about 10 years, nothing to show for it, blah, 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 blah. And she wants to go back home. And she said she wanted to make an Odù Ifá to be sure of what she's going to do back home. So I said, okay, what are the options that you have? The person that is asking for Iwori, please send a message via the WhatsApp number. Let someone post the WhatsApp number. Any question you have that is outside of what we are speaking on today, please send a message via the WhatsApp number. So I asked her, I said, what options do you have? So we can first of all ask Ifá, are you supposed to remain in the UK or do you want to go back home? Or are you supposed to go back to your home country, which is Nigeria? Then let's pick the options. And one of the options she mentioned, she said she has spoken to her mother about it. She has spoken to her mother, and her mother said, in case you don't have anything that you are doing, you can come and take over my shop. Her mother is from Ibadan. She lives in Ibadan. She has 3 shops where she sells laces in Ibadan. Shop Dotinta Lace. Those of you that stay in Ibadan, Jane, you stay in Ibadan, you know Gbagi Market. And when you say a woman has shop of lace in Gbagi, you know how much it's worth. And she has another one where she sells jewelry, where she sells gold jewelry. And her mother said, in case, so if that UK is no longer supporting you and favoring you, you can come back home and take over my shop. When I heard that, the joy that filled my heart, that in 2025, a parent that sent a child abroad, who is no longer succeeding in the abroad, in UK, her mother has an option or something to give to her to say, you can come and take over what I'm building. That is what we are talking about. Now, her shop in Gbagi is not, she's not an oil merchant. She's not a real estate tycoon. She's not Otedola. She's not Dangote. But she has built something for herself. No matter what, it is something that she has built for herself. Are you located in Ibadan? No, but I grew up in Ibadan. She has built something for herself that she can boldly say, if she has 3 children, each of them can pick one shop. One shop in Gbagi market full of lace. Those of you that know, you know. It's like when we talk about going into Eko to own a shop in Eko market. Someone says, but not all parents are supportive. Yes, that's what we are saying. Your parent has made their choices. What is the choice that you are making for your own generation? That's what this conversation is about. Is that okay? So those of you that are asking for the WhatsApp number, please, Mrs. O Forever has posted this. Let's round off. How do we apply this Odù Ifá to different aspects of our life? That's what we have been talking about since. Family and legacy. Ifá says, raise children and successors who can continue the rhythm after you. Ifá says, in your career and wealth. It says, don't leave your wealth alone. Don't build wealth for yourself alone. Create impact that carries your name forward. Create wealth, legacies, impact that will continue to carry your name forward. It says here, in your spiritual life, establish Ifá and Awo everywhere you find yourself, leaving behind the teachings, the works, and everything that you speak about. Everywhere you go, make sure that you are contributing to Ifá remaining a legacy. You might not be the one creating the content of Ifá. You might not be the Babalawo. TikTok, why are you guys not tapping on your screen? This is your own way to support, to make Ifá a legacy. Do you work for people spiritually? Yes. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is now pinned on your screen. There is a WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen, posted by Mrs. O Forever. Keep tapping on your screen, those of you on TikTok. So these are the ways you can apply this to your life. In your personal growth, which is what that program we're about to start will be about. In your personal growth, Ifá says, focus on meaning, not material. This part is answering the question of the person who was saying, money is not life. Money is not life. We are not talking about material possessions. We are talking about legacy that will outlive you. Somebody is on WhatsApp right now and the person is calling, because I can see there is a new contact. The person that is going to respond to you is on the live streaming and you are calling. What are you calling for? Who is going to answer you? Ẹ má ṣe báyìí now. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fọgbọ́n ṣe nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí, kò dáa. Ifá says, focus on meaning. Focus on something that is more concrete. Let the wealth that you are building, let it be focused on a meaningful thing. Not just material, I want to buy this so that I can flex. I will make money so that I can show my ancestors. I want to shock them. When did you become NEPA pole, transformer that is shocking people? You think everybody is waiting for you to shock them? Everybody is hustling for their life. You want to shock people. That's the essence of the wealth you are building. I just want to show them that I'm relaxed. Find something meaningful. Find something meaningful to grow your wealth around. Find something meaningful to do your life around. If you don't have, let me give you a reason. There are innocent children all over Africa, all over the world, who their mothers passed at the time of birth, who their parents passed before they were age 5. They need people to hand over legacy and wealth for them. You see this generational wealth. Some of them don't even know. People pick them up from the road. They don't even know where their family is. They don't know the wealth that was handed over to their family. If you don't have anything to do, if you don't have a meaning for life, build wealth because of those children. Leave shock alone. Leave shock for NEPA. Leave shock for NEPA. Build wealth for children that don't have anybody to call parents. If you enter into a motherless home today, you can pick 5 of those children and establish businesses that you will hand over to the 5 of them. They will continue to remember your name. I want to shock them. I want to shock them. OTD transformer and NEPA. So it says in your personal growth, focus on meaning. Build something that survives you. That is your true worth. That is, if children are not trained properly, they will squander it. So you are building wealth and building generational wealth, and you are not training your children. I don't understand. If you are building wealth, you are working for money, and you have children, is that not part of the training you are going to give your children? Exactly. At Ifá College, we have classes for children. We have Ifá Studies for Kids. Under Ifá Studies for Kids, we just added a new course, Financial Literacy for Children. For children under the age of 10, financial literacy. So as you are teaching your children, as you are building money, please, Auntie Buki, encourage Auntie Bukayo. Is it Bukayo? Auntie or Uncle Bukayo. Encourage your children to teach them. It's what you teach them that they're going to know. It's your responsibility to teach them. School is not even teaching financial literacy yet. So teach your children so that they will not squander your wealth. So the excuse for not building generational wealth should not be children will squander it. Take responsibility and build your children. Your parents did not raise you to be financially literate. Raise your children. As you join that class where we are going to be teaching financial literacy, when you get back home, teach your children. Okay? That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse in any way. So if I didn't say you won't incorporate children in the conversation, I don't know. Okay, maybe you should be explicit with what you are saying. Let's continue. The WhatsApp number is pinned on your screen. Now we have learned how to apply it to our everyday life. The Iwori says, Àgbá ìlù àtàtà tí ń dún mojoyin mojoyin, jẹ́ kí n mọ iṣẹ́ Ifá tó máa mú mi tẹ̀síwájú. Kí n mọ iṣẹ́, kí Ifá sọ iṣẹ́ tó máa mú mi tẹ̀síwájú. First of all, you need to know the career, the business, the investment, the work that you are going to build a legacy on. That's the first thing. It's not just pick a business that you like. It's not that you like. Life is not about what you like. Pick something you are passionate about. Life is not about your passion. Life is about what you are supposed to do. So your first step is to find out career, business, whatever it is. What am I supposed to do? What are the things I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to build legacy on? Ifá, you said I should build legacy. Olódùmarè, you have said I should build wealth and legacy. I don't know anything about it. But let me start by knowing what it is. So that when we start this, our financial literacy class, you know where to apply it. Because that's important. You can get a skill. If you don't get the skill in the right thing, how do you know that thing? Keep tapping on your screen. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí? I know you're enjoying the conversation, but please tap on your screen. It's very important. It's very important. How can we know that? Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. Drop a message and ask the question you want to ask. Please, when you drop WhatsApp message, don't say hello, hi. It's not good. The number of people that have sent message on this WhatsApp this morning, they cannot be less than like 200, 300. So when you come and you say hi, don't say hi. Just go ahead and say what you want. Iyanifa, I listen to your live streaming about generational wealth. I want to know which one I'm supposed to do to build wealth around. And once you know the one you are supposed to do, it becomes easier. Every other thing aligns to make it easier for you. Ajay will attend to it. In Ifá and ÌШЭШE, you don't go and look for something that you feel like, and then you are now forcing Ajay into it. You are now forcing Ajay into it. No, you don't do that. Oh, you will ask Ifá what you are supposed to do, then Ajay will support it. So that's where we are starting from. you first of all know. The moment you know, then you start to apply all of the wisdom that comes from Ifá in it. You start to apply it step by step. I know that when you go online, you will not find a lot of resources and videos that talks specifically about the financial knowledge in Ifá. You won't find a lot of them that speak about that. I know you won't find a lot of them that speak about that. But we will start to do it right now. We will start to talk about it. A lot of people that talks about financial literacy online are people that are coming from Abrahamic religion. So most of the time, the advice they give you, it has to do with in their religion. You know, when people come out and say the Bible supports, the Bible does not support that. And I say it's not all of us that believe in Bible. So let's do the one that works with us. The number is pinned on your screen. Somebody says speak Yoruba. Please, that person, can you scroll up and look for another live streaming that is speaking Yoruba? There are so many. You know what you're supposed to do? Just take your phone like this, scroll up, continue to scroll like this. Let me teach you. Scroll like this, continue to scroll. You will definitely find one that speaks Yoruba. But this one is English we are speaking. So if you don't want to, just use your hand to scroll your phone like this. It will move. I'm telling you, it's very easy to move, and then you get to another live video. Between now and then, you can continue to listen to the one we are saying. Thank you very much for joining our live streaming this morning. This is Asefortoday. But they are not saying the same thing like me. Hey, so stay here and listen to English. You understand English. You are listening to English. You can comprehend it. But you are still... Why? Why are we like this? Why are we like this? You know that you cannot find this information somewhere else, and somebody is teaching the information, and they are using a certain language, and you understand the language, you still feel the need. Kódà, ẹ má ṣe báyìí. A ti gbọ́n jù báyìí lọ. We are older than this. À ń ṣọmọdé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé gbọ́n. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Kódà. It's not nice. It's not good. Someone should post the WhatsApp number. Thank you very much for listening. For those of you on what's it called? On YouTube, thank you for your participation. On TikTok, we have this program every weekday morning, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, and 1 a.m. on those of you on the EST. And we have it every morning, Mondays to Fridays. And if you missed it, there's always a replay on our YouTube channel. You see that our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the compliment. I'm really grateful. You see that our YouTube channel is a wealth of knowledge, a well of wealthy knowledge. The same way you are stuck on this live streaming like this, and somebody should post the YouTube channel. Jane has posted it, Iyanifa Ewa. You see the way you are stuck on this live streaming because you cannot find content like this somewhere. Go to my comment section and go to my YouTube channel. You will find more and more knowledge. Thank you very much. Let me be a little vain. Let me do something funny. Let me be a little vain. Somebody just said, I love your nails. Anytime I get compliments for my nails, I always like to stress the fact that, you see these nails you are looking at, they are 100% natural. Yes, I like to brag. I'm sure my husband is on this live streaming now. He's laughing out loud like this woman has come again. Yes, look at them. As beautiful and as long as they are, they're my natural nails. Thank you. It's my mother that gave it to me. My mother has long and beautiful nails too, and I inherited it from her. So I'm always grateful. Yes, those of you that are just following me for the first time, you don't know. People that are following me for a while, I brag about it on my WhatsApp. Yes, natural and beautiful, and yeah. So we are not team plastic nails. I don't know what it feels like. That's just by way of digression. Thank you so much for the compliment. Okay. Thank you so much for the compliment. Eshe. So on a serious note, every Mondays to Fridays, we're on this live streaming, Asefortoday. And on here, we say, my blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. Our blessing is here. You see, financial literacy is what we learned today. How to build wealth that will outlive us is already here. We are not praying for it. that future that we are praying for, to say that we want our children not to be involved in fraud, in internet fraud. People should raise their children well. It's not only about raising them well. Raise them well and build wealth for them. You will see that the next generation of children will at least the number will reduce. We know that there are still some children who are from wealthy homes and they were trained well and they just refuse not to have sense. There are people like that, but at least the number of the people will reduce. Are you a priestess or a princess? Both of them. But by virtue of my work, I'm a priestess. Priestess is what it's called. Yeah, Iyanifa, that's what we call it. Iyanifa. Do you give people opportunities to talk to you in the box? You mean to come on the live streaming? No, not during Asefortoday. Other live streamings, yes. Thank you so much. The website is ifacollege.ng. Ifa College is a learning platform that was established to teach the undiluted, unwatered down truth about Ifa, about ÌṢÄШE, and about African spirituality as a whole, so that we will be able to apply it to our everyday lives. So you go to ifacollege.ng and pick a course today. Learn something from there today. Apply for a course. Learn something. Pick a course and learn. Learn the truth about who you are, about what our ancestors has raised, about the person that we are. Is that okay? So whatever questions you have that we have not answered, just send a message via the WhatsApp number that is showing on the screen, and then ask your questions, and then it will be responded to. Today is Thursday, so the last day for Asefortoday this week is Friday, which is tomorrow, 6 a.m. Nigerian time. If you are not following this page, please click on the plus sign and follow. On YouTube, subscribe and turn on notifications so that the next time we come on the live streaming, you will be notified. Let's round off by making our Iwori. Iwori is how we make prayers in Ifa, and we start by making Iba. Akoda ayé àṣèbà, àṣèbà àṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́ o, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé àṣèbà, àní kíbà wá ṣe o. Ajagunmalè olúwo òdi ọ̀run àṣèbà, àṣèbà olúbíkin, àṣèbà ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà àwọn àgbàlagbà tí wọ́n so ilé ayé ró, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi àtẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òró, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe o. Ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ́ọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe o. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tí ń mọlẹ̀ tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjìrè mú láṣèbà fún, àníkíbà wá ṣe o. Kíbà ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ṣàngó, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Iyemọja, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ ọba. Àwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lẹ́yìn àníkọ́gbà kọ́ má dá sí wa lára o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ọba kò so kábíyèsí Ṣàngó, arábàmbí ọkọ ya lógun lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, orò lábísòkun. Àkàtà yẹ́rìyẹ́rì, iná lójú, iná nímú, iná lẹ́nu bàbá mi. Wọ́n ní iná ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi lókè, èéfín nìkan là ń gbá láyè. Kábíyèsí alágbádá inú aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ òrùn Ṣàngó là ń ké sí yẹn. Àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe o. Yemọja Olúodò, ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi, afínjú obìnrin tí ń gbàdọ̀bálẹ̀ ọkùnrin. Wọ́n ní ọkùnrin tó bá rí ìyá mi fi àtòkù àkẹ́kùn ẹ̀ ló máa ń lọ sí i. Àṣeyemọja o, àníkíbà wá ṣe o. Gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lẹ́yìn àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣe. Ajíbọ́lá mi ò gbójú ọ̀rà, Ajíbọ́lá ẹ̀dán, mo ṣèbá onílé, mo ṣèbá Ajíbọ́lá, mo ṣèbá ẹ̀dán, mo ní kíbà mi ṣe ọ̀. Iye mi tó ń dúró tọmọ níjọ́ ṣòro mo ṣèbà. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ onílé ni mo ṣèbà fún. Àwọn olúwo, ẹ̀yin olúwo mi àsápè ọ̀là, alábẹ́nú àsásí, ògbé màálù mi tiwótiwó mo ṣèbá yín, mo ní kíbà ṣe. Ẹ̀yin ìyá àbúyè lékeléke gbàràdà kan bá àbúyè mo ṣèbá ọ, àníkíbà ṣe. Gbogbo balógun, gbogbo lísà, látòkè lókè láì dápá kan sí la ṣèbà fún, àníkíbà wá ṣe o. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba, gbogbo níjòyè lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé, ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń jókòó, tẹ́ ẹ ti ń jẹ́ aláṣẹ èkejì òrìṣà, àṣèbà fún yín o, àní kí bà wá ṣẹ o, àṣèbà orí, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, àṣèbà bàbá àtìyá wa tó ṣọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa àtàwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre, àṣèbà, àní kí bà wá ṣẹ o, àṣèbà orí, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, mo ṣèbà gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ síbí, gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo Ìyánífà, bàbá lóríṣà, ìyá lóríṣà, gbogbo àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí, gbogbo iléwé ọmọ, gbogbo oníṣègùn, gbogbo wa lórí mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé tá a jókòó báyìí tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ òrìṣà, mo ṣèbà ọ, mo ní kí bà wá ṣẹ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní ṣe lásán, àní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fàyà ṣiṣẹ́, àní fara wa ṣiṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀dùwà ti parí, táwọn ọ̀yà mi ti yọ́nú sí, òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bójú omi la bù fún wọn á ṣẹ, bó jẹ́ yẹ̀pẹ̀ la bù fún wọn á ṣẹ, gbogbo ifá tá a dá fún wọn á ṣẹ, gbogbo ẹbọ tá à ń rú, ẹlẹ́bọ àgbà, elétùtù àgbà, wọn ò ní dá sí wa lára o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mo wá ṣèwúre fún gbogbo ọmọ ifá lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ibi tẹ́ ẹ wà. Ire owó, ire ọlá, ire ọlà, òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní báráyé fọwọ́ tì í o, àní bá ọmọ aráyé fọwọ́ tì í. Owó, ọlá, ọlà tá a máa ní tó máa gbẹ̀yìn wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, òun làwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ á fi jíǹkì wa. Àtọ̀tún àtòsì tẹyẹlé fi ń kóre wá, wọ́n máa gbére ajé wá fún wa lódindi lódindi. Wọ́n ní odindi báyìí látàrí ń di ti àtàrẹ kan ìdí tiẹ̀ láàbọ̀. Odindi báyìí Elédùmarè máa fi oore tiwa ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àbùdí ní tolókun, àbùdí ní tọlọ́sà, bá a ṣe ń bò ó máa dín ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n lẹ́nìkan ọmọdé òkun, ẹnìkan ọmọdé ọ̀sà, ọmọ aráyé ò ní mọ̀ọ́dí abájọ yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àṣírí ẹ̀kọ́ kò kí tú lójú ewé, àṣírí yóò ní tú lójú ọmọ aráyé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá wá ń tọpinpin pé òun fẹ́ mọ̀ọ́dí yín, òun fẹ́ mọ àṣírí yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, wọ́n máa kàn dí tó wà nínú iyọ̀. Àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n á fún wọn ní nǹkan tó ń wá, wọ́n á gbéṣẹ́ lé wọn lọ́wọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn tó gbé lé wa lọ́wọ́, wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n nínú orí òun ló ń bàṣírí orí, wọ́n ní èékánná ọwọ́ ló ń bàṣírí ọwọ́, tẹsẹ̀ ló ń bàṣírí ẹsẹ̀, wọ́n ní gbogbo ara báyìí ló ń bàṣírí ẹ̀dọ̀. Ọmọ aráyé wá fi owó wọn, wọ́n á fi ọlá wọn, wọ́n á fi ajé wọn, wọ́n á fi bò èmi àti yín láṣìírí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn, àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan, àwọn lórúkọ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé yìí, àwọn ló máa wá wa wá tó máa fi ajé, ọlá àti ọlá wọn tó máa fi bò wá láṣìírí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣubú dànù, àní ṣe lásán. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a ti fi àárọ̀ ọjọ́ wa kó jọ yìí, àní fẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ wa dànù láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Á bá wa kalẹ̀, á tún wà lẹ́yìn wa, á gbẹ̀yìn, á tẹ̀yìn ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo alábíamọ tó wà lórí orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi, àní ṣòwò lásán lórí àwọn ọmọ wa. Àwọn ọmọ tá à ń ṣe wàhálà, tá à ń ṣe làálàá lórí wọn yìí, òwò là ń ṣe lórí wọn. Ijó tí èrè ẹ̀ bá dé wọn ní fèmí àti ń ṣàwátì láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọmọ wa tá a ti mọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn, àní mọ̀ òpin wọn. Ẹrù talábíamọ yìí tú wọn ní gbé wá ká wa mọ́lé, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fọmọ dà wá láàmú. Àwọn ọmọ tó máa gbẹ̀yìn, tó máa tún ẹ̀yìn ṣe, òun l'Elédùmarè á sọ àwọn ọmọ wa níjọ́ nǹkan ẹ̀yẹ wọn, níjọ́ nǹkan oríire wọn, níjọ́ tó ń ṣe ìgbéga, níjọ́ tó ń lọ síwájú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní fi wá ṣàwátì, ọmọ aráyé ò ní dìde ìṣẹ́jú kan fún wa, ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò ní gbàṣe wa ṣe lórí àwọn ọmọ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ọkọ lé tẹ́ níyàwó àtọmọ lọ́dọ̀, nǹkan téèyàn fi ń ṣe ọkọ tó fi ń ṣe bàbá lórí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, Elédùmarè á fi rọ̀ yín lọ́rùn, ajé á fi ṣèrọ̀rùn fún gbogbo wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ aya lọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ ọkọ yín, nǹkan téèyàn fi ń ṣe aya rere láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á fi ìmọ̀ yẹn kọ́ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọmọ tá a ní wọn ò ní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fún wa, àwa náà ò ní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fún ọmọ wọn. Ẹ̀yin tó láyé, ẹ̀yin tó nílẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ò ṣòro mọ̀nìgà, ọ̀sà méjì mo pè yín, ọ̀sà méjì mo pè yín, ọ̀sà méjì mo pè yín. Mi ìpè yín fún kú, mi ò pè yín fárùn, nítorí gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà ráyé ṣe. Ẹ wá fi ayé, ẹ jẹ́ kó fi rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká má rí ìbínú àgbà, ká má taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀, ká má rí jà àwọn ẹlẹ́yẹ. Àwọn ẹlẹ́yẹ ni Elédùmarè gbélé ayé ilé lọ́wọ́, kó jẹ́ káwa náà rí tiwa ṣe, kó jẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ, kó fi ilé ayé yìí ṣe ìrọ̀rùn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ o, àní taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ o ẹni tá a máa ṣẹ̀ tí ò ní dáríjì wá Elédùwà ò ní jẹ́ ká pàdé wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè tó bá wá níbì kan tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó sí wọ́n ní Ifá la tó rí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe ibi tó bá kù díẹ̀ káàtó nílé ayé mi àti láṣẹ Èdùmàrè Ifá bá wa tún ṣe orí á bá wa tún ṣe ẹlẹ́dàá bá wa tún ṣe ibi tó rílẹ̀ ti yàn tó ń gbé wa lọ ẹsẹ̀ wa ò ní ṣì wá lọ́nà níbẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo iṣẹ́ tá à ń fọwọ́ wa ṣe àwa la máa jèrè ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti wá lọ sókè òkun tẹ́ ẹ ti fi lélẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ ti re àjò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè èrè lẹ máa kó wálé ẹ̀ ní ṣe lásán ẹ̀ ní gbé sájò ẹ̀ẹ̀ni kú sájò bí èéfín ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò wá ní dàbí ti ejò tó kọjá lórí àpáta tí ò nípa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ẹ máa nípa owó ń bi tẹ́ ẹ lọ yẹn ẹ máa nípa ọlá ẹ máa nípa ọlà àwọn èèyàn tí ò mọ̀ yín rí wọn á yọ́nú sí yín wọ́n níjọ́ tó rí bá fojú kan ọ̀hún níjọ́ yẹn ló ń yọ́ àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin ọmọdé ni àgbà ni dúdú ni funfun ni lẹ́bọ lóògùn ni àfàìmọ́ ní ṣe ni aṣeni tán bá ní dáràn ní oṣoolé ni àjẹlé ni wọn á yọ́nú sí yín àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun á yọ́nú sí yín ẹni tí ò mọ̀ yín rí á yọ́nú sí ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run bá àtẹ̀yọ́nú ènìyàn òun ló máa tẹ̀lé wa lọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní ọmọ ẹ̀ta ní kọ́kọ́ tàkọ́ ọmọ ẹlòmíràn tó ta gbogbo ọjà tá a gbé sílẹ̀ àtàjèrè àtàwàràwàrà báyìí ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè níbi gbogbo tá a bá wá ṣiṣẹ́ dé àwa la máa jèrè ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lókè òkun ẹ̀ ní fi ṣòkòtò péńpé ẹ̀ ní fi roko ọba ọkọ ọba àdá ọba kò ní ṣáyín lẹ́sẹ̀ ìjọ ẹ̀tọ́ yín bá pé wọn ò ní fi yín ṣàwátì ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò ní gbà ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ náà lẹ máa gbẹ̀tọ́ yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè nínú àlàáfíà nínú ìrọ̀rùn òun lẹ máa fi ṣe o wọn ò ní fàgbàlagbà lé wa dà wá láàmú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lágbàlagbà lé tó ń ṣàìsàn tó ń fi wọ́n ṣe àgbàná fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ẹ̀wùjẹ́ alágbolódò á fi àgbo ẹ̀ á fi wẹ gbogbo àìsàn yẹn kúrò àwa náà wà ní dàgbàlagbà tó máa dà wọn mọ́ wa láàmú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè a máa gbó a máa tọ́ àáfẹ̀rì ìjòbì àní fọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ àní bá wọn kánjú kú tá a bá dẹ̀ dàgbà àní fàìsàn lògbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo iṣẹ́ tá a wá ń ṣe èrè tó wà nídìí ẹ̀ ire la máa fi ṣe o àní fi ajé àti owó wa àní fi wo àìsàn àní fi ṣẹjọ́ àìsàn kéré ó tóbi ni ó gbóògùn ni kò gbóògùn ni ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi ìkọ̀kọ́ náà ṣe ní àti ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ire owó ire ọlá báyìí òun la máa bára wa ṣe wọ́n nínú igbó ni orógbó wà ọmọ aráyé máa ń lànà kan ni wọ́n á lànà orekùnrin wọ́n á lànà ọlákùnrin wọ́n á lànà ọlàkùnrin wọ́n nínú igbó lobì ń wà ọmọ aráyé ń lànà kan níbẹ̀ ni aláwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórúkọ wọ́n á lànà oríire kan ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè Ògúnlákáyé ló lànà fún alára lọ́jọ́sí Ògún yẹn náà ló lànà fàjèrò lọ́jọ́sí Ògún á lànà oore fún wa á lànà ọlá fún wa á lànà ọlà fún wa wọ́n ní títí òkè ń dí mọ́ lọ́kọ́ ilẹ̀ òkè ń dí mọ́ ládàá ọ̀nà òní dí mọ́ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo ìwọlé ìwòde wa bá a ṣe ń jáde tá à ń wọlé àní jáde lékú lọ́rọ̀ àní jáde lé àrùn lọ́wọ́ ìjọ tí Ògúnlákáyé bá ń fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó fi ń pa títì láró àní ráàyè fẹsẹ̀ sí àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn tọmọ tọkọ tara tẹbí táyà tọmọ àní ráàyè fẹsẹ̀ sí wọn ò ní fẹ̀jẹ̀ wa pa títì láró láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọmọ aráyé ò ní lùlù fún wa jó o tá a bá wá rẹ́ni tó ní ó kú bí tá a máa gbé gbà lójú ẹ̀mí wọn báyìí la máa gbé débi gíga torí láàrin ìpèrègùn báyìí ni màrìwò tí ń ṣèṣọ́rò rè láàrin àwọn tó níbo ló kù tẹ́ ẹ máa gbé gbà lẹ́tí máa ṣoríire mọ́ tilẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè tá a bá wá rẹ́ni tó ń gbẹ́bọ nítorí yín ẹbọ yẹn ló máa gbé kú o tá a bá rẹ́ni tó dẹrùn ọ̀ràn nítorí yín ẹlẹ́rù ló máa gbé ẹrù ẹ̀ ẹni tó dì náà ló máa gbé wọ́n ní òkú tá a sọlú ọ̀pẹ̀lọpẹ̀ sọlú ni ẹni bá sọ̀kò ìbànújẹ́ lù wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ó máa padà sí wọn wọ́n ní ẹni tó kéérú lérú wọ́tọ̀ gbogbo ẹni tó di ewu ìbànújẹ́ nítorí èmi àti yín á máa wọ́tọ̀ wọn lẹ́yìn mi báyìí torí ọwọ́ tó gẹ̀dẹ̀ bá gbé ara ẹ̀ ló fi náà ẹni tó bá gbọ́wọ́kọ́wọ́ nítorí yín nítorí àwọn ọmọ ní àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn wọ́n máa fi nọra wọn ni àwọn òrìṣà tá a wá ń pè tá à ń gbẹ́bọ fún yìí wọ́n á dúró tì wá wọ́n á gbé wa kalẹ̀ Ifá ti gbé àwọn ará wájú òun làwa náà ṣe ń ṣe Ifá gbé wa ṣèṣe á gbé wa kó wa nítorí èmi àti yín kó bàjẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àwọn aláṣekù àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn fún wa wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo ẹ̀yin alábíamọ tẹ́ ẹ diwọ́ disẹ̀ sínú lọ́jọ́ òkúnlẹ̀ yín omi ò ní pọ̀ jù ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní pọ̀ jù omi ò ní ṣaláìtó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní ṣaláìtó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè bá a ṣe ń gbóhùn ìyá báyìí la máa gbóhùn ọmọ bàbá ọmọ bò ò ní ṣàwátì àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ gan wá wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n á jìjọ ṣayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá rẹ́ni tó wá ń wojú Elédùà fún ọmọ ọ̀ṣìṣẹ́ ìgẹ̀ṣẹ́ olóòyò ayọ̀ ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi bá wa ṣí ọmọ làǹtìlanti fún wọn. Òrìṣà ìbejì tó ń wọlé aláhoro tó ń sọ di aláṣọ tó ń sọ di onígbà aṣọ kó wá ṣe ọmọ ìbejì làǹtìlanti fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kẹ́yìn náà rọ́mọ gbẹ́jú kẹ́ ẹ rọ́mọ ránṣẹ́. Gbogbo ẹni tó ti róyún nú yín dandan ni kó rọ́mọ lẹ́yìn yín. Ẹ ní bá wọn bí àbíkú ọmọ, ẹ ní gbòkú ọmọ relé. Gbogbo ẹni tó ti róyún nínú yín sẹ́ẹ̀ dandan ni kó rọ́mọ lẹ́yìn yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣe lásán o, ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ á gbè wá o, Ifá á gbè wá o, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á gbè wá. Wọ́n ní àbátálẹ́gẹmọ́ bá dá òun òrìṣà òkè ń gbà. Àwa tún ti dábàá lẹ́yìn kí Elédùmarè ọba òkè kó bá wa fi àṣẹ sí. Torí wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ́ ní ti fá, àfọ̀ṣẹ́ ní t'Ọ̀rúnmìlà. Èyí tá a wí lẹ́yìn àṣẹ ti dùn, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o, torí tí eyín iwájú bá gbé tèrìgì ń gbà ní, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo bí tẹ́ ẹ wà, orí yẹn àgbà, ẹlẹ́dàá yẹn àgbà, ìṣẹ̀dá yóò ní kọ̀. Wọ́n ní tí afẹ́fẹ́ bá fẹ́ ó máa kan bí oko lára nì níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà. Ìwúre tá a ṣe lẹ́yìn, ó ti kàn yín lára, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Títí ọ̀la tá a tún máa pàdé lórí ètò Asefortoday. Èmi ni tí ní tòótọ́ Iyanifa Ewa tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Iyanifa Ewa. Until tomorrow on another episode of Asefortoday. This is season 2, episode 13. Season 1 was 26 episodes, and all of the replay is on our YouTube channel. All the previous episodes are there on the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. So you want to hurry to that YouTube channel to subscribe and turn on notification to get the undiluted, unwatered down truth about Ifá, about ÌṢẸШE, about our ancestors, and about who you are. Someone said they need money. Go to the bank if you need money. Bank ló ń fún yàn lówó. Pín owó ń bí báyìí o. But if you want to learn and find out your own way of making money in life, Tifa Komoin, then send a message on the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. Let's ask Ifa that what are you going to do to succeed in life? Then you will continue to follow that path and work for that money. Until tomorrow again, I remain your host, your delectable Iyanifa Ewa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa, the founder of the Ifa College and the chief traditional medicine practitioner of Ewa Herbs and Fertility Center. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Please, can you type the WhatsApp number on the screen so that the person that needs money can send a message and we can do a consultation and they can know how to get money in life. We will see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, post the WhatsApp number, Jane, so that I can pin it for 1 minute. Pin it for 1 minute. Wọ́n ní ká kí onírú pé ẹ ṣé o. Wọ́n ní ká kí ọlọ́bẹ̀ pé ẹ ṣé. A kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá wa jẹ́ náà pé ẹ kú àìbínú o. I'm waiting for someone to post the WhatsApp number so that we can pin it for a minute. Oh yeah, post it. Somebody should post it. Where are my online where are my online virtual assistants? Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ a dúpẹ́ o. Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe. Okay. Amazing has posted it. Thank you so much. Amazing has posted it. We have pinned it. Jane, thank you. So I'm giving 1 minute to copy the WhatsApp number now. Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá. Someone said what? But you don't appreciate people after all the greeting. I don't appreciate people. Wow. That is a very unfair statement to make. If you are just joining me for the first time, that means you are new here. But categorically coming to say that they do not appreciate people on this space is an unfair statement to make. So maybe you join us again next time and confirm whether we appreciate people or not. But until then, that's a very unfair statement to make. Thank you very much. We are all right. 15 seconds. Copy the number, the WhatsApp number. Ask all your questions, and we will be back tomorrow. 5, 4, 3. You need consultation. Copy that WhatsApp number. Copy that WhatsApp number. Copy that WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, Ifá gbè wá, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀.